To week number 10 of the high school football season. It is, well, win or pack your bags and hit the road. As we welcome you to Defiance High School tonight for this matchup in the Western Buckeye League featuring the Defiance Bulldogs taking on the Titans of Ottawa-Glandorf. Josh Bush alongside Chris Dales. Welcome to our Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show. Oh, Chris, both of these teams come in here pretty much similar situations right here. Could you get any? I mean, these are almost night and day. Look in a mirror. I mean, these two teams are spitting image of each other, not just on paper, but the outcome of tonight's game will be a big factor for each of these teams.
Everything you said is 100% correct. Same records, coming in tonight, everything's on the line. I did some research today, and it is amazing how Defiance and OG are almost exactly the same. If they win, more than likely, they'll be at home. Okay, if whoever loses is probably going to be on the road, but both of them are going to be in the playoffs no matter what. And so there's a lot riding on this. Everybody wants a home playoff game, So I hope this is a big game, a big motivation, for both schools. And I was looking at some stats, and wow, they are almost exactly the same. OG is very, very balanced, offensively running the ball, passing the ball, Defiance the same way. So it's going to be a great football game tonight, and this is the way week number 10 should be.
Oh, you're absolutely right. And as you look at these two teams, this could be strength on strength tonight as well. Number one rush defense in the Western Buckeye League for Ottawa-Glandorf. Yep. And we know Defiance establishes the run, then they go to the pass. Strength on strength tonight in this matchup.
Yeah, definitely. And, kind of like last week, with the Salina game, I think this game is going to come down to the trenches. Last week I think Salina played a little bit better than Defiance in the trenches, and that was the difference in the game. And turnovers was huge for Defiance. They cannot turn their ball over, especially when they're in the red zone. So those are some big factors. And yeah, you got two teams that are just fighting hard, to get that home playoff win. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be strength on strength without a doubt.
Absolutely. 56 meeting between these two teams. Ottawa-Glandorf leads the overall series 29-25-1. We're going to take a time out on our Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show. When we come back, we'll start to break down these two teams. We'll hear from the coaches. We'll get you starting lineups, national anthem, all of that to come right here on DCTV Sports. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. Welcome back to our Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show here on DCTV Sports. Josh Bush, Chris Dales with you as we get set for week number 10, Defiance and Ottawa-Glandorf. Let's start with the Defiance Bulldogs tonight, coming with a record of 5-4, 5-3 in the Western Buckeye League for head coach Travis Cooper, coming off a pair of losses. And we're going to hear from Coach Cooper in just a few minutes. Just uncharacteristic of this team, hit this lull last Friday night, lost to Salina 28-6, lost to Bath on the road at Bath the week before, 28-0. More importantly than that, or more that stands out to me, 6 total points in 2 weeks, averaging under 200 yards of total offense, and the turnovers in those last 2 weeks, just uncharacteristic of what we saw out of this football team through the first 2/3 of the season.
Yeah, like I alluded to it earlier, that's really hurt Defiance in both of those games, especially the Salina game. There could have been a totally different outcome. They were driving, they were inside the 20-yard line, they had the big fumble, they had the interception. You convert those into 6 and 7 points, and it's a totally different game. You're talking about momentum, you're talking about confidence, you're talking about field position. So many things, come into factor, and that's got to be critical. I'm sure that Defiance coaching staff has worked on that this week. That's been hopefully a big priority, if not number one priority. Hey, guys, we got to take care of the ball because we're right there. Yeah. We're right there.
Yeah, and I agree with you. When I talked to Coach Cooper earlier this week, and we'll hear from him in just a few minutes, but I said, not and as a coach, there's never a good time for a turnover, right? But in the red zone is the worst time. And I don't think it was just drive killers for them. That was momentum killers. I think they were really starting to get – I mean, did you kind of feel last week that maybe some things were starting to jive a little bit, and then all of a sudden it just – those turnovers just absolutely took the life out of them.
That's a great point, Josh. They got a great rhythm going. They were going inside, outside. They were mixing up some play action, some sprint out stuff. They had a really good rhythm offensively. They kept Salina, on their toes. They didn't know what was coming at them. They were driving the length of the field. They were getting 4+ yards, per play. That's exactly what you want as a coach. You're driving down. Things are going great. And then we got the fumble. Could have tied the game up, So it's a big, high school kids, people don't realize how important momentum is and confidence is with high school kids. And I think it really showed, last Friday night.
Yeah. So for this, again, we mentioned it before, for Defiance in Region 10, a win here. They stay at home. First playoff home game in quite some time. Mm-hmm. The biggest factor for them is outside of a chance of maybe going to Bowling Green, you got some healthy road trips in week number 11. You're talking Cleveland, Akron area for week number 11.
Yeah, the way it looks is if Defiance wins, they're going to be anywhere from 5 to 11. So more than likely they're going to be home. Okay, if they lose, then they could still possibly be home 6 through 15, but they're probably going to be on the road. And you're 100% right. With this region, like last year, we drove all the way to Bay Village.
Yeah.
You're going to be on the road, and so many other factors go into play: school, food, just staying mentally sharp on those long away trips. And you definitely want to be home for a lot of reasons, and hopefully they can come out and play well and get that win and stay here.
I asked Coach Cooper this. I'll ask you, with potentially being the last home game for this class of 2025, how do you go about that? I mean, some emotions, some extra feelings there. Obviously, potentially the final home game for the senior class.
Yeah, you definitely use that for momentum. When I was at Ayersville, when we knew we had a chance for a home playoff game for their first one ever, it was huge for our kids, huge for our student body in our school. So I definitely took that as momentum, motivation, whatever you want to call it. And the kids came out and they played hard, because you always want to play home. You always want to play in front of your parents, your grandparents, those types of situations. So I think it's big, and I'm sure that Coach Cooper and his staff is really played that up this week and say, hey guys, let's get out there, play like we are capable of playing. Let's play clean, let's play smart, let's get a win, and let's be back here in week number 11.
Well, I had an opportunity earlier this week to sit down and talk as I went one-on-one with Defiance head coach Travis Cooper. Well, Coach, as we look back, last Friday night, week number 9, I know any coach is going to tell you turnovers are not a good thing no matter the time, but it seemed like things started to move a little bit, some rhythm starting to find, and then drive killers, and I felt like maybe even momentum killers, that you guys were really starting to pull something together, and just a couple of turnovers that really kind of hurt that from going forward.
Yeah, it was when you turn the ball over 4 times and we don't turn them over at all, you're not going to win many games, and especially turn the ball over on the 2-yard line, and that makes it a completely different game. And still is, we were still in it at half, still 14-0, and we were able to get some things going. But again, turnovers bit us again, and we still had a shot right at the end of the game there. So, we battled, towards the end there. We were kind of our backs against the wall, 4th and 4. So that turnover, that interception for a touchdown, and we just really had to kind of take a shot at it. So, not ideal, but I thought that we made some progress from the previous week, but again, just way too many errors.
Well, as we head into week number 10, I want to take a step back from X's and O's a little bit and talk this senior class, the class of 2025, going into week number 10, final regular season game for them. Talk about, I'm not going to ask you to go through each and every one of them.
Yeah,
it's a big class, but this is a special class, not just from the athletic side, but in the school, out in the community. This is a really good group of kids.
It really is. They all are going to have a special place in my heart. That when I took over as the head coach, it was my first class. And so I've really seen them all kind of grow and become young men, and they're great kids. Their parents have all done a phenomenal job with them. It's crazy because they feel like they're my own kids, and it's tough, knowing that where our days are numbered where I'm going to get to coach those guys. And I know they're going to go on to do great things. But yeah, to name them all, I wouldn't. We don't have enough time to go through each and every one of them, but definitely will always hold a special place in my heart.
As you get ready for week number 10, final regular season game, potentially, given the outcome, could be their last home game here. What are you talking to them about? Are you having any conversations, or is it business as usual?
We kind of switched things up this week. We did some different things just to kind of get out of, you get to this point in the season and it's, the repetition, and it can kind of get stale at times. So, we switched up the order that we did things in practice. We did a couple things just together as a team, just kind of getting to know one another, not in the football aspect, but just kind of talking about, what's going wrong, what's going wrong, what's going right, some team building kind of things. But then we talked about the stakes of this game. We haven't played up to our standards, that's for sure, for the last few weeks, but it's still in there. We've seen it, and so it's just a matter of trying to find that. So, we've really talked about how you got an opportunity to earn an extra home playoff game, and I don't know if it's happened. I don't think it's happened in their lifetime that we've had a home playoff game. So, they can earn an extra game on this field, and they're in the same boat, OG coming in. So we have the same records. Both teams, the winner is going to host a playoff game. The loser is going to be on the road. So there's really everything is on the line, and it's it could be the last time out there on that football field. So hopefully our kids really take this opportunity and try to punch our spot in playoffs and be able to be here at home.
For this class of 25, and this is the last question I'll ask you about them, but what have you seen out of them as far as what they've been able to give to the younger kids? I mean, I know that's a huge thing, like pass the baton, you call it whatever you want, but what have you seen out of this group? Again, your first class coming in here, but what have you seen out of this group that they're leaving behind, that they're doing with these the underclassmen to build what you guys have been working for?
Yeah, they really relish that, and I think part of that is they had some senior classes in front of them that really kind of showed them the way. And I think that they see the value that those kids had in their careers and them being a Bulldog football player. And you see it all the time, especially with our numbers being low. We're counting in practice on a lot of those young guys to give us looks on scout team and whatnot. And they've really kind of, even from day one in the summer, really kind of taken them under their wing and done a really good job of showing them how things are done and when they're not doing things the way that we do things, not doing things right, addressing that. And as a coach, that's a huge favor because, it's nice when you've got kids policing some of that and it's not just the coaches.
Accountability.
Yep,
a
absolutely.
Big word there. So, all right, well, let's switch gears. Ottawa-Glandorf, the Week 10 opponent, they come in. They've won 3 out of their last 4. They've really seen some late season success, and I think this is a team that maybe not on paper is going to stand out in a lot of different ways other than maybe the running game, but this is a dangerous team.
They're really a solid football team. They've beaten the last 2 teams that we've lost to. They beat those guys. Their coaching staff, I have the utmost respect for them. They're some of the best coaches in the WBL, and they do things the right way. Their kids do things the right way. The first thing that stands out is they're the number 1 rush defense in the league, and they're the number 2 overall defense in the league. So their defense is really good. They're only giving up about 3 yards a carry. And we like to run the football. So that's a big challenge for us, and then offensively, they just are so technically sound. Coach Schreiner is a former offensive lineman and an O-line coach, and they are just technicians up front. And so our guys are going to have to do a great job of using good technique against them, and we got to get 11 guys to the football. And there's no doubt about it, we've got to start turning some teams over. We haven't had a turnover in the last 2 weeks, and we've got to take care of the football. But again, I think it's a very evenly matched game, and we just got to come out ready to play, and hopefully we've got that hunger and that desire to earn a Week 11 game here.
You mentioned Coach Schreiner. I was going to bring it up to longest tenured coach in the WBL, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So that's one thing. But when I talked to him earlier this week, one of the things he pointed out was the physicality of this matchup between these two teams throughout the years that he's seen. Talk about that a little bit and what you expect to see. I mean, I don't want to quote him because I don't want to misquote him, but I think he said slugfest.
Yeah.
And just a really big physical battle out on the Friday night.
That's just kind of the way both of our programs, I think, are built. We're not about flash and all the extra stuff. It's really kind of just the bare bones of what football used to be, really. We still, are in a shotgun, both teams, a lot and stuff. But the bare bones of what we do, it's about punching people in the mouth. And there's no doubt about it. It's going to be a slugfest. And, Coach Schreiner, I have, the utmost respect for him. He's been awesome for me, in welcoming me to the league and is always willing to help. And last year, there's no doubt we on paper had the way better football team, and it took a huge play at the end of that game for us to pull that one out. So it doesn't matter what quality of talent or what guys he has on his team, they're always in the right spots, they're ready to play, and so we've got to raise our level this week.
Well, Coach, appreciate you taking a little bit of time with us. Thanks for the entire season. You've been more than accommodating to our crew, so we appreciate that. Stick around, more to come on our Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show right here on DCTV Sports. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. Welcome back to the Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show as we continue here in week number 10 of the high school football season. Ottawa-Glandorf and Defiance coming up for you at the top of the hour. Josh Bush and Chris Dales as we look at the opponent tonight in the Ottawa-Glandorf Titans, who come in with a record of 5-4, 5-3, just as Defiance in the Western Buckeye League. But the difference here, they've won 2 of their last 3 football games. If you go back 4 weeks, they've got 3 of their last 4, and 2 of those wins over the teams that Defiance just stumbled against in the last 2 weeks. This is a team with Coach Schreiner. He's been around for a long, long time. Longest tenured coach in the Western Buckeye League, 3-17 the last 2 seasons. Started a little bit rough this season. Of course, you had Wapakoneta and stuff in there too. But this is a team that has really found their identity. And it starts with what I consider a really solid senior class.
Oh, without a doubt. And I know Coach Schreiner real well. I've won against him for many years. We used to go over and throw with him. Here's what I know, right? I don't care what his record is. These kids are going to be coached, okay? And they're going to be ready to go. They're going to know Defiance inside and outside. He's a student of the game. He takes pride in his football program and how they perform. And he's going to have these kids ready to go. He's got a great coaching staff. A couple of his coaches I know. Actually, one of them went to Bluffton University, where I played at. So he's got some guys with some knowledge, some guys that are bringing some different wrinkles, into to their program and into their play calling. So they're going to be ready to go for tonight.
Running back Grant Evers, over 1,000 yards on the season. Their quarterback Peyton Coleman, 2 of those seniors in the backfield. And aside from stat-wise, real leaders for this team that has got some younger kids in spots, but that senior leadership can go a long, long way.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I mean, that's in high school football. I mean, it comes down to your seniors, and it comes down to the word leadership. You preach it day 1 of 2 days to the very end of the season. Your seniors are in control of the locker room. They're in control of practice. They're in control of the classroom. They're in control of everything. And you lead upon those leaders to lead your school, to lead your football team. And he's got some great leaders out there. And they're also come from very good families, too. Yeah. If you know the OG community, they got wonderful families over there. The families come back. There's a lot of stability in their community and in their programs. Look how successful volleyball, basketball,
soccer,
everything. Yeah. And it comes down to the families. And so it's really cool, to see that. And without a doubt, they got some great leadership.
Well, I had an opportunity to chat with head coach Ken Schreiner earlier this week as we sat down on one-on-one with the OG frontman. Coach, coming into week number 10, winning 3 of your last 4. Talk about where this team is at right now. Obviously, you want to be playing your best football at the end of the season.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think the big thing for us is we're improving. And if you can say you're improving coming into Game 10, you're doing good things. I think at times we show the ability to control the line of scrimmage. At times we're eliminating some of the mistakes, but we're still a long way off. We still make a lot of mistakes. We still have a lot of improvement to take care of, and hopefully we can continue to do that.
Talk about your offense. You've got some good senior leaders on that side of the football. Talk about what things have been going right for you there on the offensive side.
I think the biggest thing are guys up front. We've got a couple of seniors up front that are leading us. We've got 2 returning tackles with Will Gawker and Hayden Kaufman, returning starter at guard, and Austin Haley. We're happy to have Dylan Siefker back as our center. He's a guy that had some injuries. He went through a major surgery last year, and we're excited to have him back on the field. Those guys are doing some good things. They're picking up different fronts that we're seeing. We're picking up some of the blitzes that we're seeing, and that has really helped us in our run game. Our run game is really led by Grant Evers, and he's doing a nice job of running downhill and hitting the holes that we're making for him.
We'll talk about the defense. Obviously, you can score as many points as you want, but defensively, you guys have been holding teams, keeping teams in check, and talk about what you're seeing on that side of the football.
I think the big thing for us is we're so variable. We can play a lot of different fronts. We can play a lot of different coverages. We can do a lot of different things. And my defensive coordinator, Coach Heaps, does a fantastic job of preparing. And then during the game, he makes a lot of adjustments. So it's always a challenge. And at times we've been one of those bend but don't break defenses, which I don't know if anybody likes that, but we've had that opportunity. We've done that a number of times. We've been very stout against the run. We're, averaging less than 4 yards, a little over 3 yards a carry. And when you're doing that, good things are happening up front.
Well, on the road for week number 10 at Defiance, what do you know about the Bulldogs in the matchup on Friday?
Kind of a scary team. They really played well at the beginning of the season, and we know Coach Cooper's doing a great job with those guys. We saw the improvement factor as the season went on. Obviously hit a couple bumps in the road recently, but the one thing you cannot change is the effort that their guys give. And that stands out on film. You got to love the way that their guys, they hustle to the ball, they make plays. They try and get their playmakers the ball. There's no doubt about it. We can see that. But we've got to be sound in what we do. We've got to match the physicality of the game. This is always a big physical game for both teams. It's been a long-standing smash fest, and we expect no different.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you taking a few minutes, and best of luck Friday night.
Appreciate it. Go Titans.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Welcome back to Fred J. Brown Stadium on week number 10 of the high school football season. Josh Bush, Chris Dales with you as we roll on with our Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Visit them online at drivebobestill.com. A few minutes away from kickoff here at this week number 10 matchup as we are getting set for the playing of our national anthem. And we kind of alluded to this, but this is what week number 10 should be like. This is a matchup between two teams with so many things riding on it here in this game, and an evenly matched battle. I'm looking forward to what should be, as you heard both coaches say, this is a slugfest every year. These are two physical teams that like to go at it.
Yeah, Josh, definitely. I'm old school, and week 10 is about it's about getting that paycheck for all your work, all during two-a-days, all during the season, and to earn that spot. In football, it's a little bit easier. That's another conversation, I guess, for another day. But you still have to earn that spot in the playoffs. And there's teams, in the state of Ohio, that tonight, this is it. This is the last time that those kids all play, the seniors. But luckily for both teams here, they know that they are going to go on to week number 11. And the neat part about it is there's a lot riding for both teams right now, even though they know they're going to be playing in week number 11.
We're going to set it down to the field level as we are getting set for our national anthem, courtesy of the Defiance County Veterans Office. Proud to support local veterans and their families and connect them with the resources available to them. We're going to go down on the field level now for the playing of our national anthem from the Defiance High School Band of Class. Our national anthem with the Defiance High School Band of Class, courtesy of the Defiance County Veterans Office, proud to support local veterans and their families and connect them with the resources that are available here in Northwest Ohio. Let's get our keys to the game, brought to you by Northwest State Community College. Your key to great career opportunities begins with a great education at Northwest State. Visit northweststate.edu. As we look at some keys for tonight's matchup, Chris, I asked you earlier, and one that stood out to me, and I know both of us were here last Friday night watching this, and there's several that you brought up, but turnovers is a huge one here. For OG, they come in at, I believe, +5. Defiance, after last week, -6 on the season. Protecting the football has got to be a big one here tonight.
Yeah. I mean, it's the number one key that I think that Defiance needed to focus on all week in practice. And they did so many good things last week. And then, the fumble, the interception, that was returned for 100 yards. It's just momentum killers. And, these are high school kids, and it's hard for them to bounce back, from those things, especially mentally. So if Defiance can hang on to the football and just be fundamentally sound, they got a great chance to win this ball game tonight.
Another one that you brought up, capitalizing on red zone trips, going to be huge for both of these teams.
Yeah, and Defiance did some really good things last week. They mixed it up, pass, run, and they moved the ball methodically down the field, 3 and 4 yards at a time, and they took time off the clock, which was good, didn't allow Salina to have the ball, and they're just getting ready to punch it in. They're doing everything right, and then the turnover. Once again, momentum killer, confidence killer. We keep saying these things, but it definitely hurt them, and Defiance has really got to overcome that, and they have to put a lot of focus on taking care of the football tonight.
Keys to the game, courtesy of Northwest State Community College. Your key to a great career opportunities begins with a great education at Northwest State. Visit them at northweststate.edu. Defiance will get the football here tonight. Ottawa-Glandorf won the toss. They elected to defer, so we'll see the Defiance offense on the field first tonight. We'll set those starting lineups for you coming up in just a few minutes, but as we are getting set here in week number 10 of the high school football season, and it will be Grant Evers who will tee it up for the Titans. Does the kickoff duties here for them, and as usual, Jordan Wright and Anthony Wilder back deep for Defiance.
There are some difficulties on the field tonight. There's no time clock, play clock, and the scoreboard won't have down and distance.
Had some issues with some electronics here earlier as Wilder's got this opening kickoff. He's going to go out across the 30, 45 before he's brought down. What a start here. And if you're going to get some momentum, you're going to take it right away. That is a good way to start this football game.
Absolutely great start for Defiance. Some really nice blocking with their kickoff return team. Nice little seam. He busted it up there, and actually he was one defender from going all the way. So great start. Now Defiance has to take that momentum and build on it, drive down and put the ball in the end zone.
Starting lineup for the Defiance offense, courtesy of Baker Schindler Company, serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Led to the field by their senior quarterback, Brez Zipfel. We'll check the rest of the starters here in just a few minutes, but Brez will be in Shotgun formation on first down. They'll hand it off right up the middle. This is Wilder with the football across the 45. He's going to gain a few before he's swarmed by that Titan defense. But our starting lineups here, Defiance offense again, courtesy of Baker Schindler Company. We'll have Noah Gomez, the senior running back, with nearly 500 yards and 7 touchdowns in the backfield. Wideouts, Anthony Wilder. He's just as much of a threat to run as he is to catch. Wilder, Brady Borton, and Jordan Wright are the wide receivers, and Matthew Walter will get the start at tight end. Up front, the line is anchored by Stephen Hoffman. The guards are Jackson Becker and Romeo Valier, and your tackles, Tyler Doden-Kiesling and Alex Hinojosa.
Good first down for the Bulldogs. Just a simple ISO play, which they were able to get 4 yards.
Now Noah Gomez on what would be second down and about 6. He's going to fall forward to about the midfield stripe and gained a couple of yards out of nothing.
Yeah, that was all on him. Ottawa got a lot of penetration on their defensive line. They were a yard in the backfield, and there was no place for him to go, and he basically got a yard, 2 yards on his own, but still manageable for Defiance. 3rd down and 4. They need to be able to convert this and get a first down and keep the chains moving.
They'll come to the line on 3rd down and 4. Single back in the backfield with Zip. Will have 2 receivers either side. Motion now from that far side is Wilder, and they'll give it up the middle to Gomez. That's Abel Rubio. Changes direction as he gained a couple. He's going to be about a yard and a half shy of that first down.
Yeah, Defiance went to what they call the orbit motion, back behind, and trying to draw some of the linebackers out. And it drew one of the linebackers out. They are just short, looks like maybe a yard or half yard. And, hey, we're going to go for it. I like the call. Why not? Let's do it. You're in the playoffs. Play a little loose, and let's go.
So 4th down and 1 for Defiance at the Ottawa-Glandorf 47-yard line. It'll be single back Wilder, and he'll get the call. And we got a penalty marker, and this is going to be against Ottawa-Glandorf, so this is a free set of downs here for Defiance.
Yeah, you'll take it. First down for Defiance. Looked like one of the defenders for Ottawa-Glandorf was into the neutral zone, and we'll take it and move the chains. First set of downs.
Doesn't matter how you get there, right?
Nope, it doesn't matter.
So,
what matters is that it's first down and chains are moving.
So it'll be first down and 10 now at the OG 42-yard line, as the Bulldogs will come to the line here with Wilder and Rubio in the backfield, who'll have 2 receivers to the far sideline. And the snap will go to Wilder. He's going to go up the middle. He's going to be hit immediately and still driving forward a couple of yards. Nice defensive play there by senior Jaden Steck-Schulte, who leads this team in tackles with 88 on the season so far. But it's a solid defensive crew. Gave up just 8 first downs last week in their game against Shawnee.
Yeah, very strong up front with their defensive line and linebackers. Defiance went to a simple isolation play. They've ran the same play now twice. There was a flag at the end of the play. I'm not for sure what it is. The referees are talking about it right now, and we'll see what they come out of the huddle with.
Good call there. I didn't even see it come in late. So
it came in late. I don't know if there was some extracurricular activity.
Got a dead ball personal foul against Defiance. So Travis Cooper's asking for an explanation. Wow. It must be all those trips up and down the stairs tonight.
Yeah.
An explanation as referee will come over to the sideline and
Defiance doesn't need that. They're doing some really good things. They're moving the ball. Now it's going to be moved back, 15 yards. They just need to play clean. They need to play smart. They need to stay on track, and definitely 15 yards back is going to take them, out of, their play calling and what they want to do.
So this will move the football all the way back into Defiance territory at their own 46-yard line. The line to gain will be the OG 32.
We're looking at second down and just about 20 yards.
Again,
let's get half of it.
Yeah,
let's get half of it.
You've got 3 downs here. You don't have to get it all on this second down play. Getting a little scoreboard problems tonight. They were talking of maybe a lightning strike potentially. I'm not sure. So second down handoff will be up the middle for Rubio. He's going to fall forward near the midfield stripe, and tough going early on in this football game as a lot of OG defenders to that football.
Yeah, here's what Defiance's coaching staff's doing. They've ran now the isolation play to the left 3 times, and they have this orbit motion, and they're trying to suck in those linebackers, suck them in, and eventually he's going to pull it, and they're going to get to the outside. So look for that play to come here real short in Defiance coaching staff's play calling.
So it'll be 3rd down and a long way.
Yeah.
About 18 yards.
Yeah. Just be smart, no turnovers.
And they'll fake that inside give. Brezel roll to his right, pressure coming. He's going to be hit, and he'll get it away. This will be complete on that far sideline to tight end Matthew Walter. It's going to be out across the OG 45, but it's going to be well short of that first down stick, and we've got an injured Titan who was giving chase to quarterback Brez Zipfel.
Yeah, that was a smart play by Defiance. They rolled Brez out to the right, to the wide side, gave him an option. What people don't understand is that's a sprint out. And when you run the sprint out, you have an option to throw it or also to run it. Fortunately, Ottawa had a lot of pressure. He wasn't able to run it. He did find one of his receivers for a minimum gain, but they're just trying to, I think now, just spread Ottawa out a little bit, try to create some lanes in there for them.
Well, we've got an injured Titan. We'll take a quick timeout. Scoreless on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard. 8:03 to go, first quarter. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports. And we welcome you back to Defiance High School. Again, you see head coach Travis Cooper out having a discussion with the referee. I believe the injured Titan is Dane Dooling. Senior defensive end who's been a big part of this defensive squad. He's got 57 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, a sack, and a 2 fumble recoveries on the season. So a very productive member of that defense that I'm sure Coach Schreiner would not like to be sitting on that sideline.
Yeah, 6'4" and 200 pounds. I think any high school football coach would take that for a defensive end. Did a really nice job of containing Defiance, too, on that pass.
Noah Gomez will be on to punt for Defiance. 2 Titans back at their own 10-yard line. Snap is good, and it's a high end-over-end kick. It'll be field
punt. Sometimes people forget about the snap. That was an excellent snap. Good punt, good coverage. And let's give Ottawa some credit, too. They actually fielded the punt. Last week I think it took us like 2 quarters, for either team to field a punt. So, and it kept them, from being backed up inside the 10-yard line. So good job by Ottawa-Glandorf on that.
Ottawa-Glandorf comes to the line. Senior quarterback Peyton Coleman, 1,129 passing yards, 200 rushing yards, touchdowns through the air and on the ground. And he'll have his running back, Vinny Brinkman, in the backfield on first down. It'll be an end around. It's coming to this near sideline. That's the speedster, Ethan Metzger. He's got room across the 30, pushed out of bounds near the 40-yard line. And that's a solid first down play. A little end around, and he just got some edge space out there and turned on the Jets.
Nice job by Ottawa. They ran the jet sweep, and what made that play so successful was they actually hooked Defiance's defensive end, and there was a lot of green out there. Defiance has got to be able to contain the football play. They cannot allow them to get outside like that.
OG's starting offense, again, our starting lineups, courtesy of Baker Schindler, Grant Evers, and Vinny Brinkman, a pair of senior running backs in the backfield, combined have about 1,100 yards on the season. And first down at 10 now at the 41-yard line. Defiance will show blitz. It'll be an inside give, and this will be Evers with it as he pushes his way across the 45-yard line. And a nice solid run on first down. This is a second down and manageable situation here, staying on time, staying within the chains.
Ottawa's definitely staying on track. They just ran a simple isolation play, to Defiance's left side of their defense, and there was a big hole there. Defiance filled it, fairly close, but 5 yards on first down is just a little bit too much. They're going to have to stiffen up, on the run defense here.
So it'll be second down and 5 at the 46-yard line. We'll try to keep you updated on downs and distance as the scoreboard is not operational here tonight. Motion from that far sideline. They'll hand it to the second man through, and this will be swarmed under by the Defiance defense. Vinny Brinkman, and he's hit in the backfield. And that group led by Alex Hinojosa read that play very, very well, and more importantly, made the tackle in the backfield.
Yeah, Alex got like 2 yards in penetration. You always want your defensive line to get at least heel depth, and he got farther with that, and he disrupted the whole entire play. And then a defensive lineman getting a tackle, that's even a plus, because usually you want your linebackers to clean up. So great job by that young man at the right defensive tackle position.
Pushes him back to the 42 to be 3rd down and 9 for OG. Single back in the backfield is Evers to the right of Coleman. He's going to roll to his right, looking to throw. He's going to pass down this near sideline, and it's going to be right on the side, and they're going to say that he caught it, and it's in bounds. Wow, that was a tightrope job there, and I believe Deegan Miller, the sophomore receiver, he's a big target out there, able to haul that one in.
Yeah, Ottawa took a play out of Defiance's playbook, and they ran the sprint out to the short side, actually, and they just did what they call the sticks route. You go a yard or two beyond the first down, you come back, make the catch, and that's exactly what Ottawa did for a first down. Very well executed play.
It'll be 1st down and 10 now at the Defiance 47-yard line. Shotgun formation for Coleman. Motion in the backfield, and they'll hand it to Evers again. He's got some space, little stutter step, and he'll fall across the 45, wrapped up and brought down. Chase Camaso, the sophomore linebacker, in on the stop for the Bulldogs.
A little power kick play for Ottawa. They pulled a lineman to kick, and they also have what we call a sniffer back. That's what we always called him, because he's really close to the offensive lineman. Like, you can smell them, so we always called him the sniffer back. And then he led up through the line. Nice first down play, 4 to 5 yards. They're creating some holes. Defiance has got to take those gaps and close them down.
So give him 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 now at the 43-yard line. Evers again in the backfield, and it'll be just a quick toss to that far sideline. He'll be hit as he crosses the line of scrimmage. That play was read well by senior free safety Eli Howerton coming up, making that tackle, and it's going to put them in 3rd. It's still manageable 3rd down, but 3rd and a little bit longer than maybe Coach Schreiner would like.
Yeah, Defiance did a great job of containing the play. That play was supposed to go outside, and with Defiance's defensive ends or outside linebackers, they came up and forced it inside to the flow to the linebackers and the safety. Really good job by Defiance's defense.
So big 3rd down here for Defiance's defense. 3rd down and about 5 from the 41-yard line. Shotgun again, and it'll be just an inside give for Evers. He's got green space, and he's going to go across the 35. He's going to have enough for a first down, and they seem to be attacking that left side of the Defiance, the Defiance defensive line. And I don't know if they saw something on film over there, but they've certainly attacked that side of the football.
Yeah, you're 100%, with that, Josh. And they're also running, some type of counter, some type of power. There's 2 people at the point of attack coming to Defiance, and they got to get another body there to stop them.
So the 1st down and 10 now at the 33-yard line for OG. 2 receivers either side. And it'll be a little RPO, and it'll be Evers with it across the line and falls forward for about a yard. And again, read really nicely there by the Defiance defense.
Yeah, once again, Ottawa tried to go to Defiance's right side, and that's twice now that right side has shut things down really well. We got to have the same success now on Defiance's left side, and they just got to be able to come up and stop the play. And Ottawa's doing a good job of going inside, outside. So let's see what we do right here.
3:40 and rolling, opening quarter, still scoreless on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard. On a 2nd down and 9, it'll be Brinkman in the backfield with Coleman there, and he's going to be back to pass. Just a little screen to the near sideline, and it'll be completed. The ball's out, and it's on the ground. I think an OG player fell on it. The pass was completed.
Yeah, they're going to have to see who landed on that. But OG went to what we call the old jailbreak screen. It's an outside screen where they pull offensive linemen out and block them on the perimeter, the corners. Defiance did a really good job of defending that and running to the ball. Popped the ball out. They were just not able to jump on top of it. But it's 3rd down, and it looks like 7. So this is where they want OG to be at.
So we'll see what these coaches draw up here. 3rd down and 7 as the clock spins near the 3-minute mark. Still scoreless on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard. Play comes in from the sideline.
maybe we'll see a blitz here by Defiance, put a little pressure on the quarterback.
And it does look like Defiance will bring a couple extra bodies into the box. Coleman will take that shotgun snap, looking to throw, pressure coming, looking to set up a little inside screen, and it's complete to Evers. He goes across the 25, going to be close, and he probably got a first down at the 21. And just a really well executed screenplay there by OG.
Yeah, OG read the pressure because Defiance was blitzing like we thought they would, and they just ran them what we call the middle screen to the running back, and there was 3 or 4 defenders that was almost on the quarterback. He dumped it, and there was a lot of green running room. Very good executed play there by Ottawa-Glandorf with the middle screen.
Evers in the backfield again with Coleman on first down and 10 at the 21-yard line. Little motion and an inside give to Evers. He'll cut it back up the middle, and he'll go fall forward up near the 15-yard line. First trip tonight inside our Stanball Jewelers red zone. Stanball Jewelers, your trusted source for diamonds, fine jewelry, watches, and gifts. Find them in downtown Defiance and find out why they've been serving this community since 1948.
It looks like Ottawa has found their bread and butter on this drive. They are going to the power lead. They're leading that sniffer back up. Sometimes he's in motion, sometimes he's not, and they're pulling the backside guard. So they got 2 extra guys at the point of attack. Defiance is going to have to make an adjustment in getting an extra person at the point of attack here.
So it'll be second down and about 6. Motion to this near sideline, and it'll be Evers again, and he'll be hit and dropped. A couple of Bulldogs coming in there. Brady Borton coming in for the Bulldogs among that crew, and that time they read that play and were able to get in there.
Good adjustment by Defiance. Ottawa went back to the same play that we just mentioned, but Defiance went to man coverage. With them going to man coverage, they put an extra guy in the box, and that's the guy who made the tackle. So great adjustment by Defiance. Let's see if they stick with it here to see if they can slow Ottawa's running game down. They're doing what they want to do right now.
So another big third down here. It'll be third down and 5 at the 16-yard line. Got 2 receivers to either side. Coleman in shotgun formation. He'll roll to his left. Pressure coming. He's going to be hit as he throws. This is a jump ball in the end zone. In and out of the hands of Eli Howerton. And all kinds of pressure coming from that right side. And a great job by the Defiance defense. Dialing up a little bit of pressure.
Yes, sir.
But the coverage on the backside, solid as always.
Yeah. Great defensive call. They went man coverage. They blitzed the house. The quarterback was on his back throwing it. Defiance, it would have been nice if they would have came down with that because it did hit him in the hands. So makes it 4th down, and we'll see what Ottawa can do here on the field goal attempt.
So this is not the kicker that I had listed. This will be Tyler Rui, a junior from the 23-yard line, so a 33-yard field goal. And did it sneak in? It did. So that's a nice long boot for that young man. 33-yard field goal by Rui, and Ottawa-Glandorf strikes first on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard. Ottawa-Glandorf 3, Defiance 0. Back after this on DCTV Sports. Welcome back to Fred J. Brown Stadium. Josh Bush and Chris Dales with you in week number 10 of the high school football season. And, well, that sneaked in, that left upright, but doesn't matter. It's in, and nice, I guess, for OG here. They got in the red zone. Yep. They put points on the on the scoreboard.
That's your goal. That's definitely your goal. And Coach Schreiner must have a lot of confidence in that young man. And they did a really nice job of blocking up front. Good snap, good hold, good kick. So many things have to take place on a field goal. People don't realize it. You got to execute, 3 and 4 different things. Ottawa did that. Came away with 3 points. And Josh, there's only 38 seconds left in the quarter. They ate up a ton of time, and that could be a critical factor as the game goes if they continue to control the line of scrimmage and control the ball and control the clock.
Grant Evers will have it teed up for the Titans as Jordan Wright and Anthony Wilder stand back inside their own 10-yard line, and it's a low line drive kick. It'll be fielded by Wright at the 9. He comes out across to the 15 to his left on this near sideline. He'll hit across the 25. It'll be brought down. And a nice job there by Jordan Wright to, obviously that seemed like it might have been set to come to that left side, and he came clear across the field, but a nice return there. Not quite as good a field position on their first drive, but a 28-yard line, you'll take it.
Yeah, definitely they have what they call return right on, and he needed to get to the far side, get behind his blockers. He did a decent job, but OG, they stayed in their lanes, and they were able to close those lanes very, very fast on him. So good coverage, for Ottawa-Glandorf.
We'll see what this second offensive series does for Defiance. They had some momentum going, they had a little rhythm going. That 15-yard penalty kind of killed it a little bit, and they were forced to punt on their first drive. So we'll see what they do. First down at 10, they'll fake the inside give. It'll be a quick hitter on that far sideline, and this is a speedster in Jordan Wright out across the 45-yard line. This will be a huge gain on first down, and that is a big play for this Defiance offense.
Yeah, super job by Defiance. They went a little bit of an orbit motion behind and threw what they call the flare pass, and you got to give credit to Defiance receivers. They did a really good job on the outside of blocking OG's defensive backs to create a nice seam and a big gain for Defiance, and hopefully they'll come back to that.
Jordan Wright with about 19 yards. I had him down there on first down, so it'll bring him out to the 46-yard line. First down and 10. Will they get a playoff here before the end of the first quarter? And they will not. So that is where the quarter will come to an end. We've played one here at Defiance, week number 10. We'll switch sides and come back. Ottawa-Glandorf leading Defiance 3-0 on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard. Second quarter on the way here on DCTV Sports.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
Welcome back to Fred J. Brown Stadium, week number 10. Josh Bush, Chris Dales with you as we are rolling right along. That was a very quick...
Very fast first quarter, without a doubt.
20-minute first quarter. So, again, both teams we knew coming in here looking to establish the run, pass secondary to that. A couple of nice drives offensively for Defiance, though, that penalty. But OG did some nice things. This is kind of that battle we thought we were going to see so far. I mean, we've only played one, but this has been a pretty good battle so far.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams are actually doing a lot of good things, and it just so happened that Defiance, the one negative thing they did really hurt them on their drive. If they just stay clean and stay on track, there's no reason why they can't go down and tie this thing up or go ahead with a touchdown here.
So it'll be first down and 10. Two backs in the backfield with Brez Zipfel. And it'll be the first man through the hole. This is Wilder. He's got green space across the 40, 45, 35, all the way down to the 33-yard line. And that is a big, big gain there on first down. Give him 21, and that is a nice, solid run. Anthony Wilder found a little green space, and you can see what he does when he gets that open field.
Oh, you got to love it. Defiance went to the old-fashioned inside trap. They did it out of gun, which not many teams do it, but they did it, and they executed it well for a huge game. And let's hope that Defiance can continue to build on their ground game.
Noah Gomez, Wilder in the backfield again with Brez Zipfel. Second man through is Gomez this time. A little misdirection. He'll fall forward, and a nice first down gain inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
There we go. Defiance is doing a really nice job of mixing it up inside, outside. Once again, they pulled two people on that. They call that the gap or the counter. They're getting extra people at the point of attack. They're moving the ball. Let's stay on track, and let's keep things going in a positive direction. Good job by Defiance's offensive line. Good movement, too.
Well, now we're going to see some of the things that they struggled with last week, finishing these drives. They're down inside the 30. They're approaching that red zone. They need to keep things going, and you want to come away with some points here.
Let's be safe. Let's be safe. No turnovers here. Be smart with the football.
Motion is Jordan Wright. He'll take it on little jet sweep, and he's going to be read. That's going to be read well by the OG defense, and he's going to be hit and drop. Jaden Steck-Schulte, that senior linebacker, came crashing in. They're going to say he might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but maybe he lost a yard there on that second down carry.
Yeah, Defiance wasn't able to secure the corner there. They weren't able to seal or hook Ottawa's defensive end. They just strung it out, and made sure that a bunch of white jerseys got there, and that's exactly what Ottawa did for a very, very small gain, if any.
This will be a third down and 7 now for the Defiance offense as the play comes in from the sideline. They'll break the huddle, come to the line. Gomez will be to the left of Brez Zipfel. in the backfield. 2 receivers to the far sideline, single receiver set to this near sideline, and Brez will roll to his left. He sets, looking to come back, nowhere to go. Pressure coming, and he's just going to throw this one over the head of Noah Gomez. It's a smart decision right there by quarterback Brez Ziffel.
Yeah, great decision. You live for another down, and he did that. And Defiance tried to set up the screen, and Ottawa read it well. They were waiting on it, and very good defensive play by Ottawa. And there is a flag on the play. I don't know if he just picked it up or not.
That's going to be an ineligible man downfield is the way it looks. I think from that, the referee's walking over towards Coach Schreiner, and he was tapping his head. So
that's unfortunate because they did have the screen all set up. And as a lineman, you think the ball's going to be caught and you're ready to go make a block. And, that type of mistake, if you're Defiance's staff, you're okay with, because that's a physical mistake, and you don't have any control over that.
So they'll decline the penalty and bring up 4th down and 7 now at the 30-yard line. And, again, it's just a matter of, you come here, you play every down, right? And
they played it hard.
OG played it hard. They read it. They broke it up. And, kudos to Brez Ziffel for not trying to force that football in somewhere where he didn't need to.
We saw that last week, and there he didn't do that. So, obviously, this week in practice, they've worked on that, and kudos to Defiance's staff for making a good decision.
4th down and 7 from the 30, looking for this near sideline for Brady Borton, and the pass will be just over his head. It'll fall incomplete, and it'll be a turnover on downs, and he had a little space from the DB, maybe could have got it in, and that safety was coming over top to help, but the pass just a little bit off the mark, and it'll fall incomplete.
I thought that was an excellent play call. It's safe. If we catch it, great. You have a chance for an interference call, which happens a lot on that play. And if Ottawa does intercept it, they're inside their own 10. So there's a lot of positives with that play. Obviously, Defiance wasn't able to connect on it, but at least they were able to move the ball. We just got to put it in the end zone.
9:45 to go opening quarter. Titans 3, Bulldogs 0. 1st down and 10 for the Ottawa-Glandorf offense, as Coleman will have Evers in the backfield with him, motion from that near sideline. And he'll go back to pass. He's looking to throw down that far sideline. He's got a man on that side into double coverage, and it will be broken up. Jordan Wright, Eli Howerton over there as he was looking for Dane Dooling. And it's a big target over there, but nice job by the Defiance defensive backs to get over there and knock that ball down.
Yeah, 100%, Josh. Defiance did a really nice job of conversing both their corner and their safety, on that play. And they were both right there to knock it down, because he's a big target. And great job of going up, knocking it down, not giving him an opportunity to come down with it. And this is where you want Ottawa, 2nd down and 10.
So they'll come to the line. Kuhlman will have Evers in the backfield again with him to his left. And that little sniffer back, as Coach Dales will tell you, moves to his right, and Evers will go right in behind him. And this time it's defended well by Defiance, and Joey Robinson will get in there to trip him up. Abel Rubio finishes it off, and there's that same play that we keep seeing. You get that motion right in front of the line, but I think Defiance has made a few adjustments here, and they're reading that a little bit better.
Yeah, they definitely have. They're bringing a safety down into the box, giving them that extra person that they needed, because Ottawa is having those 2 extra people at the point of attack, and good adjustment by Defiance, and they need to just keep doing that, especially on run situations.
So it'll be 3rd down and 7 now for the Titans. Trips to the far sideline. It'll be Brinkman in the backfield with Kuhlman. He's back to pass. He'll roll to his right. Pressure coming. Quick here to that far sideline. And Jordan Wright right there to knock down that defender. Got a little help on the backside as well. Abel Rubio coming over. And that'll be maybe a loss of 1. Defended exceptionally well on the perimeter.
That is one of the hardest things to do in football. It's called an open field tackle. Great quick throw by Ottawa out there, but Defiance closed. The defender broke down with his feet. He didn't overcommit. He wrapped up, drove him to the ground. That's a very good, excellent play by that young man.
So Peyton Kuhlman will be back to punt. Not listed as the normal punter. So Kuhlman will punt from his own 18-yard line. It's 4th down and 8. It'll be a high booming kick. This will be Wilder at the 32-yard line. He'll field it, and he'll come near sideline. He'll be pursued out across the 40, and he's hit as he crosses the 45-yard line. And a nice job there by Anthony Wilder reverse that field a little bit, comes to this near sideline, force them to pursue, and he's going to pick up a little extra yardage there for this Defiance offense.
Yeah, Josh, and definitely, let's go back to, Defiance defensively. They did a really good job of getting Ottawa off track there, putting them in third down and long. That's exactly what they want to do, because Ottawa wants to run the ball. They want to establish a run, and Defiance took that away that series, causing Ottawa to punt. Great job by Mr. Wilder of catching the football. Wow, and a nice return on that, giving them very, very solid field position.
Love it. First down and 10 at their own 46-yard line. It'll be Rubio in the backfield next to Zipfel on first down. He'll roll to his left. He's got Borton on that far sideline. Hits him out across the midfield stripe. He'll be hit and knocked out of bounds into Ottawa-Glandorf territory at the 49-yard line. That's a solid play on first down to just get it out to your wide receiver, let him find some green, and force them to make that open field tackle you were talking about.
Yeah, Brez did a really nice job there, because that was not his first option. His first option was some routes down the field. Ottawa did a good job of covering that, so he just checked down, hit the receiver, and you'll definitely take 6 yards on first down.
Two backs in the backfield on second down and 6, maybe 5. Little motion coming. It'll be second man through. This is Rubio. He's hit as he crosses the line of scrimmage. It'll be pushed all the way back by a host of white shirts. He's going to gain about 2 yards on that second down play, but paid a little bit of price for that one.
Yeah, there's a physical battle going on down there in the trenches, and Defiance tried to go to their counter. They pulled the backside guard and tackle. We call that the gap play. Ottawa defended it pretty well, but hey, it's third down and very, very manageable. Yeah. Defiance's playbook is wide open. They can run, they can pass. If it's short enough, their defense is playing well enough, maybe they could even go for it on fourth down. So Defiance has just got to execute here on third down and move those chains.
Third down and 3 at the OG 47-yard line. It'll be a single back in the backfield for Zipfel. Trips to his left. He's looking to go that way. And this is going to be a counter draw, and this is Wilder with green space across the 40, 30, 20, 15, 10. Nobody will catch him. He's into the end zone. A 47-yard touchdown run for Anthony Wilder, and the Bulldogs are on the board.
Excellent execution on that play. Brez sprinted out to his left, and Ottawa definitely flew, and they countered back with the running back draw, and there was nobody there. They flew to the wide side of the field. They flew to the pass, and great execution by Defiance, and that's exactly what they need, confidence and a score.
Nicasio Hall on for the point after. The snap is high. Brez will just take it down. He's looking for somebody. He's got a wide open Matthew Walter in the end zone. And that snap high, you talked about it, executing on field goals, punts. And Brez Zipfel did a nice job there. And better than that, the team realized, hey, listen, we got to get something here. Matthew Walter finds a little green space there in the end zone.
That was not a called 2-point play. We call that red, red, red. If the snap is high, the holder calls red, 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 and there's certain people on the line that are eligible receivers. They do their routes, and they did their routes. The holder rolls out to his right side. It just happened that the one guy on the backside was wide open. He threw it, caught it. Hey, we'll take the 2 extra points.
Well, it's a Premier Bank touchdown for Anthony Wilder. He goes 47 yards. The point after is good. And in our Marco's Pizza scoreboard, Defiance 8, Ottawa-Glandorf 3. We're going to keep it here. As a huge, huge play for Defiance. You look at this team, that's more points in that one play and that one drive than they've had in the last 2 weeks. Is that a little monkey off the back kind of thing? I mean,
yeah, definitely. And here's what it goes to show. You practiced that since 2-a-days. You practiced it the whole season. You may or may not even use it. Well, they're in a situation where they had to use it, and they executed it well. That's big confidence. And you can see it on Defiance's sideline. There's a little bit more upbeat to them. So, in that extra point, that could be critical down the home stretch here.
Well, Defiance will have it teed up here as a pair of Titans will stand back at their 10-yard line, and Nicasio Hall will boot it deep. It'll be, I believe, Evers on this near sideline, and he's looking to go up the middle. He's got some space, cuts it back to the right. It'll be chopped down across the 30, out near the 35-yard line, and the Titans will have a fairly good starting spot here for their next drive. 6:39 to go before halftime, and well, this is a Another opportunity for this Defiance defense. Come out here, flex their muscle a little bit. I think you said it on that last drive. They got them out of rhythm. They got them behind the chains a little bit and put them in uncomfortable situations. It's a huge first down thing that they did the last time. Can they do it again on this first down
They got to be thinking running now. We got to stop the run. We got to stop the run. If they do pass, keep everything in front of us, come up and make the tackle. And Defiance has done exactly that.
Evers in the backfield on first down. He'll get it off right tackle. He'll be hit, gained a couple of yards, but not much there. Abel Rubio came in and chopped him down. Nice job there in the middle of that defensive line, holding their ground, letting the linebackers come up and do their job.
Yeah, there we go. Ottawa wants to establish the run. There's no doubt about that. We've seen that so far all night long. And Defiance, I think they've now got it figured out, especially on first and second down. That's got to be their first priority. They're getting an extra person in the box to make it a lot more difficult for the Ottawa-Glandorf Titans.
So it'll be second down and 8 now at the 36-yard line. Single back in the backfield. They're going to fake the handoff. He'll roll to his right. He's going to throw, and this was jumped and almost picked off. Jordan Wright coming out there as he was looking for Nolan Horstman, a junior wide receiver, but nice job there. Again, it takes a little bit of discipline when you're expecting run. You get that rollout play action. Nice job of Defiance to stay home and defend that pass, especially out on the perimeter where Jordan Wright was at.
I think Defiance is finding their groove right now. I think they're going a little bit more to man to help with the pass and to allow them to get an extra person in the box. That was a good play action by Ottawa. Just Defiance defended the pass really well.
Vinny Brinkman in the backfield now with Coleman on third down. Motion from that far sideline is Evers. Under 6 minutes to go, back to pass. Looking at that right sideline, that pass is way above the head of Deegan Miller. He's 6'3", and I'm not sure he had an opportunity to really get that one in his hands.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Josh, and that's exactly where Defiance wants to put Ottawa, third down and 8. They do have a weapon out there, but they used the sideline to their advantage, and that really helped because he ran out of room and the ball sailed, and forcing Ottawa to punt, and Defiance has another opportunity with good field position to go down and get another score.
So it'll be Kuhlman again in punt formation back inside his own 25-yard line. Two backs will be back for Defiance to return this punt. And it's a low line drive kick. This is a booming kick. It'll go over the head of Wilder inside the 20. He'll field it at the 15, trying to make something happen here. They're looking for the reverse. They fake it. Wilder will keep it out across the 20, 25, 30, 35, cuts it back at the 40, and that is a man's return right there. Out. What a job by Anthony Wilder. That ball could have easily rolled down inside the 10-yard line. He went back, he grabbed it, came all the way across the field, and made something out of nothing there.
I think Defiance's coaching staff paid attention to us last week is what I think.
Attention to you.
Well, they field it. You have to field it. That's exactly what he...
So it'll be first down and 10 now, 43-yard line. It'll be Gomez on first down. He's going to be hit in the backfield and dropped. He's going to lose a couple of yards, and he's still trying to chug along, but it'll be thrown backwards. They're going to say lost one, and OG defense, good penetration on that first down play.
Yeah, we've been seeing that out of their defensive front all night long, and they made some good penetration there and was able to stop him in the backfield. And that might not be all bad because they're getting really aggressive. And when people get aggressive, the screens, like we saw, is going to be beneficial. The counters are going to be beneficial. So Defiance just has to counter with one of those plays.
Under 5 to play, second quarter. Defiance leading at 8-3 on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard. Second down and 12. They'll fake the inside give. Zipfel looking to pass. He's going to cross the middle. He's got Howerton. It'll be in and out of his hands at the OG 40-yard line. No defender around him. That's a ball you got to catch.
Yeah, he was wide open. I don't know if he was just surprised by how wide open his was. And you always want to tell your receivers, you want to use your hands. And it looked like the ball got deep on him and hit his shoulder pads. And actually, Defiance is lucky there that wasn't intercepted because that ball was in the air for quite a while.
Tip drill. Tip drill, yep.
Mm-hmm. They had the screen set up, too. I'm surprised they didn't throw the screen. So I think he had an option there.
So it'll be a third down and 11 for the Defiance offense. Shotgun formation, a little toss to the far sideline for Gomez. He's got Wilder with a block. He's going to go across the 45. And it's going to be maybe a gain of about 4, but this will bring up a fourth down and a punting situation. And Defiance just not able to come back after that first down loss. A little miscue on the play, a little miscue on the pass, but not a terrible series. Not a terrible series.
No. And we say it a lot by staying on schedule. And in high school ball, it's so important to get positive yards. When you don't get positive yards, it's hard to get those plays to make up for that.
Gomez will stand at about his 30-yard line. Snap is back, and the punt is away. And a solid amount of pressure back there. This will be fielded at the 20-yard line. This is, I believe, Metzger with it. He's out across the 35-40, still on his feet out near the 45-yard line. And that's a nice job there, Ethan Metzger. And
good return by Ottawa.
They're going to have some nice starting field position out near midfield.
Yeah. Going back to Defiance's last offensive series, they had people open. They just got to execute. If they hit that big pass, they're probably looking at the ball at least on the 30-yard line. You're going to chew up some more clock, maybe go down, get another score, get a field goal. But right now the defense has to continue to do what they've been doing, and they need to stop the run here.
It'll be first down and 10 for OG at their own 44-yard line. It'll be Evers in the backfield to the left of Coleman, and it'll be just an inside give. He'll go to that right side. He's got some space, a patient run. He'll fall forward near the midfield stripe, and that was a nice patient run. He waited for that to develop, waited for some space in there, and then he just kind of cut it up. It's a gain of 6 on first down.
Give Ottawa's coaches and Coach Schreiner credit. They are sticking to their guns. They are going to establish the run no matter how much time is left, no matter what the score is, and 6-7 yards on first down is pretty good.
2nd and 4 at the 50. Shotgun formation, same play almost. And Evers will just fall forward. He's going to have enough for a first down. It almost looked like he was looking for somebody to hit him, but he'll have enough for the first down at the Defiance 44-yard line.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it earlier, Josh. Ottawa is seeing something on Defiance's left side. They are really attacking that off tackle. They're bringing, like I said, a sniffer back. They're bringing the backside guard up through the hole. And 2 plays, 12 yards.
So it'll be first down and 10 now for OG. Single back again in the backfield is Evers. Back in motion across the line of scrimmage. They'll come left side this time. He'll try to cut it back. And well, I'll tell you what, a nice job there. I think Abel Rubio was in there trying to strip that ball out.
Abel did a really nice job of taking on the lead blocker. He didn't give up any ground. He was low. He closed the hole. He closed the gap. There was no place for the Ottawa runner to run to, and that also gave time for the Defiance linebackers to fill. They did a really nice job of filling the hole, too.
We'll get a timeout on the field. I'm going to guess it was OG. I didn't see the call, but to Mark Mote's forward timeout, we'll take it with them. 8-3 Defiance, 2:48 to go before halftime. Back after this on DCTV Sports. And we'll welcome you back as you see the band members down in the end zone. It was senior night tonight. Senior band members, senior football players announced before the game, and again,
proud dad up here.
I was.
We got to mention that. Josh is a proud dad of a senior band member, and people got to realize the band puts in a lot of time too. As a head football coach, for many years I've seen the band. They're out there all day during band camp. They're sweating just like the football guys are. Sometimes they're sweating even more carrying those big instruments. So a lot of kudos to you, Josh, and what your daughter's doing.
Well, I appreciate that. She's going to miss these Friday nights, that's for sure. Coleman will look back to pass, and the pocket will collapse. He'll just tuck it under and run. He's going to get about 4 yards out to the 40-yard line. More importantly there, he ran out of bounds. That's going to stop the clock as OG, again, I think they're looking to get some points on the scoreboard before they go into the locker room. So nice job there by a senior quarterback, knowing the situation, runs to the sideline, gets out of bounds.
Yeah, Defiance brought a lot of pressure there, and they were on him right away, and he read it right away. He took off, he found the gap, and like you said, he got out of bounds, saving him a timeout.
Gained 4, so it'll be 2nd down and 6 at the Defiance 40-yard line. Motion from that far sideline as Brinkman is in the backfield. Coleman's back to pass. Looking across the middle, he's got an open receiver, and it's out in front of his outstretched hands. He had a step on the defender, but it falls incomplete as he was looking
Deegan Miller.
Deegan Miller, yep, that sophomore. And he's one of the few underclassmen that you're going to see here, but 6'3", 180.
Yeah, he was open. That was what they call a post route over the middle, and he had 2 or 3 yards on Defiance as a defender, and they just overthrew it, which is good for Defiance. But they got to make sure that they keep him in front of them.
So OG will go for it here on 4th down and 6 at the Defiance 40-yard line. Single back in the backfield with Kuhlman. And the snap is on the ground, and he's going to pick it up. I think he was on the ground when he picked it up, and they're going to blow this one dead. And, yeah, he had a knee on the ground when he picked up that football, and that'll be down at the 46-yard line, and that is a huge play there. It's one of those little things. We talked about it on special teams, but teams that we see it so much now, shotgun formation, those snaps are so critical.
Yeah, he definitely. And he did a nice job. He wanted to pick it up, but his knee was down. That was a good call by the umpires because that happened, pretty fast. But best part about that is it gives Defiance good field position to possibly get a score here with 2 minutes and 33 seconds left in the half.
2.5 to go before halftime. Remember, Defiance will be kicking to start the third quarter, so a score here would be huge. A quick screen to this near sideline. This is right. He's got room across the 45, 40. It'll be chopped down as he will have a nice big gain all the way into OG territory. Give him 14 on the first down reception, and that's a nice way to start this drive.
I think Defiance is starting to find a little bit of rhythm on the outside with the screen games. That's what they call the zero screen. Defiance receivers did a really good job of blocking the defenders for Ottawa-Glandorf. Big pickup, and hopefully we'll see some more of that.
And you got a timeout on the field. It's a Mark Moats Ford timeout. Ottawa-Glandorf will burn another one. 2:10 to go before halftime. We're back after this on DCTV Sports.
Visit Mark Moats Ford and check out some of the best new Ford models. Mark Moats Ford has been serving the Defiance community since 1916. Visit them today, County Road 424 in Defiance, and online at markmoatsford.com.
He was thinking about it.
Welcome back to Fred J. Brown Stadium as you see the Titans huddle over there. And again, the Defiance 2:10 to go here in this first half. They will kick to OG to start this second half. So another score on the board here would be huge for this Defiance offense.
Yeah, definitely. And you're going into halftime with another score, a lot of momentum. This could be one of the biggest series of the game right here, right before half. And Defiance has got plenty of time to get a score here up on the board.
So they'll have it first down and 10 at the OG 38-yard line as they come in from the sideline. Again, we've got timeouts to play with here. I don't think Defiance has burned one yet. I think it's been OG that's burned the timeouts. Again, some scoreboard issues tonight.
I think you're correct, Josh.
So it'll be first down and 10 as Brez directing some traffic here in the backfield.
A little confusion out there. I think he's got him set.
And they'll snap. It'll be Wilder. He's got room up the middle. He cuts it back out across the 35 down near the 32-yard line. And it'll be a nice solid run there on first down. It'll be a second down at about 3. And again, still plenty of time.
Yeah, definitely. I think Ottawa was definitely thinking pass right there. They went to a little bit lighter front, and Defiance took advantage of that big gain on the inside draw play.
Minute 45 and ticking towards halftime. Defiance will come to the line here. Second down and a long 3. Single back in the backfield, 2 receivers either side. It'll be Rubio in the backfield as Wilder comes in motion, and he's looking for passing, and he's got all kinds of time. Pocket will collapse. He rolls out to his right. Now he's going to go back to his left, and he'll just throw this one out to Rubio out across the 30. He's going to be close to the first down. And that play took forever to develop, but kudos to the offensive line there for Defiance. That's a long time to hold contain on those defensive linemen.
Yeah, that's correct, Josh, but he made a good decision by not forcing the ball. Ottawa had really good coverage on the back half of that play, and he didn't force it. He waited things for it to develop. He got the short pass, got a minimum gain. That's smart. That's exactly what they have to do down here is make good decisions.
So the clock is stopped. They're going to say it's right about at the sticks, and they're going to give them the first down here. The referees came together to look at it, and I believe they.
Yeah, they're moving the chains.
They're moving the chains here on first down.
You don't even see it in high school ball anymore. Yeah. They don't even hardly come out ever and measure it.
And Travis is going to burn a timeout here. So Defiance will take their first timeout. It's a Mark Moats Ford timeout. 55 seconds to go before halftime. And Coach, I'm sure you've been in a situation like this before. You still 55 seconds is still
plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of time.
What are you saying to the guys here on the sideline if you're Coach Cooper?
Well, I think what he's trying to do right now is he's trying to get probably 2 plays to the kids. And you're probably looking at something to the outside or something deep where it's going to be either caught or it's going to be incomplete. They got to be smart. They only got 55 seconds left. I think they only got 1 or 2 timeouts left. But probably right now in the huddle, they got 2 plays called.
So Defiance is quickly back to the line. I think maybe the clock started a little bit quicker than Coach Cooper thought it was going to. They kind of conferred on what they were doing, and then he spun the clock right away. So
that's a tough situation right there, because usually the refs will let you get set, but they did not allow that on that last first down play.
So it'll be first down and 10 for Defiance at the Ottawa-Glandorf 28-yard line. Trips will go to that far sideline. It'll be Noah Gomez in the backfield, and Brez is looking, just a quick screen. Now he's going to go deep across the middle. He's got an open receiver. It's Brady Borton, and that is in and out of his hands. That one is another dangerous one, as Gage Bellman, the sophomore defensive back, was back there, popped up in the air, and that could have spelled trouble for Defiance.
Yeah, I like the call. That's exactly what we just talked about. They went deep. They took a shot long, and Josh, he was open. It hit him in the hands. He catches that. It's 6 points. Then on the other half of it, he didn't catch it. It was up in the air, and they dodged a bullet right there. You might see Defiance go long again or to the sideline here.
So 49.2 on the second quarter clock. Single back in the backfield. They'll hand it off. It's Gomez up the middle. He's got some room. He'll go inside the 20-yard line to the 19, inside the Stanball Jewelers red zone. And Coach Cooper will burn a timeout there with 41 and a 10 and 1/10 second on the clock. Interesting play call to run up the middle there on that with about 40 seconds left.
I think what he saw was Ottawa went to a light front. Looks like they only had 4 down linemen, and they dropped 7 into coverage. So pretty good call, pretty good gain. But what's kind of interesting with that is Coach Cooper was down yelling for a timeout, and it looked like the referee wasn't listening to him, and at least 5 seconds ran off the clock. So instead of 41, it should be closer to 46 seconds. And in a game like this, 5-6 seconds means a lot.
It's huge.
And for whatever reason, he just took his time and getting his arms up in the air and stopping the clock.
So this will be a 3rd down and 2 here for Defiance. Obviously, I believe they're down to 1 timeout. So they've got 1 timeout to play with here, but time ticking away.
Mm-hmm. So, this is a situation where it's 3rd down and 2 or 3. Look for Defiance to go to the pass. Look for them to hit something on the outside. Maybe go back to one of their screens. They've had a lot of success with that. If it's a run play, they got to get to first down or call your last timeout.
2 backs in the backfield with Zipfel. It'll be Rubio to his right, Wilder to his left. And they'll fake the inside give to Rubio. It's Wilder. He goes off right tackle. He's going to fall forward for the first down. He's going to have it at the 17-yard line. Defiance is on the line, ready to go. They'll move the sticks. And clock spins. Snap is there, and Brez will down it with 32.8 on the clock. So Defiance was ready for that. Yep. They were prepared for that first down. They want to stop the clock here. It'll be inside the red zone here. But, heads-up play there. They were ready for it. Conserve that timeout.
Yeah, and here's a little insight. Just in the past few years, they changed that rule where out of gun, you can spike the ball in front of you. Before, you had to go under center. And a team like this that's always in gun, that makes it very, very difficult. So that was a really good rule change that has benefited a lot of teams.
Trips to the left. To that far sideline, single back in the backfield for Zipfel on 2nd down and 10. It'll be a little delay, and this will be Rubio. He's going to be hit and drop for loss all the way back to the 20-yard line, and Coach Cooper will burn that timeout. And Well, I think that was the play that they kind of used that scored that touchdown earlier. Again, you're thinking pass here. You've got trips to that far sideline, but Ottawa-Glandorf did a nice job of some discipline there and read that play.
Yeah, one of their defensive linemen stayed home, and if he doesn't stay home, he scores. There was a lot of green in front of him, but give kudos to Ottawa-Glandorf. I think they were a little bit slower on their pass rush, on that left side, and it prevented Defiance from, getting that big gain on the draw.
So 25.3 on this second quarter clock. Obviously, you don't want to do anything here that's going to give Ottawa-Glandorf an opportunity. We saw it last Friday, that 100-yard touchdown run or interception return, and you don't want to see anything like that where you're trying to force it. So, again, you've got some options here, but you got to be smart.
If I'm, Defiance's staff, I'm thinking 2 pass plays. I'm thinking something deep in the end zone or to the outside, and you're exactly right. We can't turn the ball over. At least keep it 8-3 going into halftime.
So it'll be trips again to the far sideline for Ziffel. Has Noah Gomez in the backfield with him. Single receiver is Brady Borton. Now Jordan Wright will come to this near sideline. Check that, it's Walter. Back to pass is Ziffel. Looking for the left corner of the end zone. He's got a receiver, he's got a defender, and that's kind of a jump ball. Wilder did a nice job there, kind of going one-on-one with Gage Bellman in that back corner. It'll fall incomplete, and Defiance will have it for a 4th down opportunity.
Yeah, good decision, but he needed to do that to the short side, because if that ball does get intercepted, we're looking at the same situation as last week. But it looks like Defiance might attempt a field goal here.
So Nicasio Hall will come on for a field goal attempt. This will be put down at the 26-yard line. So 36 yards, snap is there, hold is down, kick is on the way, and it will fall just under that crossbar as Nicasio Hall. He gave it a good go, but hasn't kicked a lot of field goals this year. And
2 more yards, and that's 3 more points. Give the young man credit. He got it on a nice line drive, just not quite enough leg, but it was accurate and just needed a little bit more on it.
So 15 and a half on the clock, and I'm going to assume we're going to see just a inside give here from OG.
That, or he's just going to just kneel it and go into halftime and try to regroup, and that's what it looks like. They're just going to go victory formation is what we call it, and he'll take a knee and head into halftime.
Well, we've reached halftime, our Midwest Community Federal Credit Union halftime show. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union celebrating 70 years of helping you achieve your dreams and securing your future. Visit them in Defiance, Bryan, or Napoleon, and online at midwestcommunity.org. Well, Coach, we talked about this being a slugfest, back and forth, physical game. I think it's lived up to all of those things and more in this first half.
Yeah, definitely. OG is notorious for being big and physical up front, and Defiance is matching that and going beyond that. And I'm really, really happy in how they're responding from the last 2 weeks till now. And they played a very, very clean first half. I think the only negative thing was the 15-yard penalty. They're taking care of the football. They're playing hard up front, and it's back and forth in the trenches. One play, one series, it's Ottawa. The next, it's Defiance. And whenever you got that going on, you can feel good about your guys because they're out there battling and they're putting forth a lot of effort. And you just gotta like that.
You alluded to it a little bit earlier on in this first half. Defiance needing to adjust a couple of things. You mentioned switching into man coverage defensively. They seem to be able to kind of make those adjustments on the fly here in that first half. After that first series kind of settled down a little bit defensively. Yeah,
definitely. When Ottawa went down and got their 3 points, it looked like Defiance was in like a cover 4, cover 3 secondary, and they just weren't getting enough people in the box. And they didn't take them long to figure out Ottawa wants to run the football. And, with that aspect, they brought another guy into the box, and people don't realize what one extra guy does because you can't account for him. And when you can't account for him, then that guy's probably going to make the tackle, for, maybe a minimum of a 2 or 3 yard gain. And then if you do that, that takes Ottawa then out of their rhythm and what they want to do. So kudos to Defiance and switching things up in their secondary.
Defiance's offense under 200 yards a game the last couple of weeks, just 6 points in those 2 games. I think found a little bit of rhythm. You mentioned it too. The nice mixture of play calling, I think, has really done them some pretty good things here in this first half.
Well, what you do is this. You need help from the box. And hopefully the coaches, up top said, hey, they're getting a lot of pressure on us, when we're rolling out and when we're trying to throw. And when you get a lot of pressure, sometimes you want to use that for your advantage. And that's exactly what Defiance did. They sprinted out. Ottawa was on top of the quarterback. Defiance threw the screenplay and, in for a touchdown. So they took advantage of Ottawa's aggressiveness, and kudos to Defiance in recognizing and seeing that and calling a play that will benefit them.
Well, our Midwest Community Federal Credit Union halftime show. Let's take a time out. When we come back, we'll check out the marching band performances. That's all to come right here on DCTV Sports.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
Welcome back as we head it down to field level now, the Ottawa-Glandorf Titan Marching Band.
Next, we have the Who's I Can See for Miles, along with the Turtles hit Happy Together, featuring the OG Color Guard. We close our show tonight with Every Time We Touch, the Eurodance staple from Cascada. Ottawa-Glandorf Marching Band extends our thanks to the Defiance Marching Band of Class for hosting this evening and wishes everyone a great season. Thank you, and go Titans!
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
And we welcome you back to Fred J. Brown Stadium. It is our Midwest Community Federal Credit Union halftime show, as you heard there from the Ottawa-Glandorf Titan Marching Band. At our halftime scoreboard, Defiance with that touchdown, leading the Titans 8-3 here at the halftime break as we await the Defiance High School Marching Band to come onto the field. I want to take this quick moment and invite you to join us tomorrow night. The Defiance Lions Club Halloween Parade will be in downtown Defiance. You can watch all of that here on DCTV 1021 and on our YouTube channel. So we're excited for that. And we're going to send it back down to field level for the Defiance High School Marching Band. And we'll come back and we'll get you some first half stats and set you up for the second half coming up next here on our Midwest Community Federal Credit Union halftime show. Still stats for
As is tradition with the band, the seniors have chosen songs from their high school career to present to you tonight. We open up with one of their favorites. Here is Play That Funky Music. have provided leadership and strength to the Defiance Band program. We appreciate very much their time and effort in making for a successful band. We recognize also the support and encouragement of their parents and
Working together, they have contributed to the success of the band of class. The time commitment as well as the commitment to excellence does not go unnoticed. While there are concerts, parades, and community events still ahead of our senior class, we would like to highlight their final marching season by giving them special recognition this evening. We ask them to come forward and be recognized. For the piccolo section, Patty Arnett, Kaylee Holdberry, Arrow Westrick, Greta O'Connor, Isabel Seiler. On the clarinets, Ashton English, Casey Kruger, Jocelyn Snyder, and Brooke Valerio. On the alto saxes, Evan Beecher, George Bush, Brooke Davis, Ziriana Schindler-Rodriguez. From the trumpets, Levi Goff, Brock Hazelton, Hannah Hilton, Jacob Schnittke, Zephyrin Starr, Malachi White. From Bella, Josh Limber. From the trombones, Lily Bruce, Jay Ortiz, and Adelaide Lane Holdry. Baritones, Aubrey Wilford Garcia. The tubas, George Aguilar, Jillian Cameron. Snare drum, Henry Hoffman. Quads, Joseph Hasselbring. Bass drum, Logan Hanel. Please rise and join in the singing of the Defiance Alma Mater as performed by our senior class. Your enthusiastic response to our programs, along with your moral and financial support, is most appreciated. Your commitment to excellence, but also with your support each and every week. We trust you will continue to enjoy our performances as much as we enjoy playing for you. As selected by our senior class, we close our show with a mashup of two of their favorite songs of the year, Holiday and School's Out.
That's the Defiance High School Marching Band of Class featuring the seniors with their final performance potentially here at Fred J. Brown Stadium as we welcome you back to our Midwest Community Federal Credit Union halftime show. It's 8-3 Defiance at halftime. Let's take a look at a couple of scores from that first half. Our Marco's Pizza scoreboard. Ottawa-Glandorf got on the board first, 38.6 seconds to go in that first quarter after taking off a chunk of that first quarter. Yep. Jesse Rui, a 33-yard field goal. They led 3-0, and then Defiance was able to punch it in about halfway home in that second quarter. Anthony Wilder, little misdirection, and then that delayed handoff in the backfield. He's able to scamper 47 yards. The two-point conversion was all out of sorts there. Or, excuse me, the point after was all out of sorts. Ends up being a two-point conversion. 8-3 is our final, or our score here at halftime. A couple of stat numbers. We want to thank our good friend Aaron Gross from the Crescent News. He's pretty good with those stats, but pretty balanced here in this first half.
Yeah, balanced in every aspect of the game. Rushing, passing by both teams, and first downs, 6-5. And it basically comes down to Defiance executed very, very well, on the sprint draw, and Ottawa's out of position, and it caught them, and it cost them, a touchdown and 2 points. And other than that, the game has been very clean, very even. You got a heck of a battle going on in the trenches between, both offense and defensive lines. And we got a great WBL football game here, and that's what we should have week number 10.
Let's go into the locker room. As a coach, you're former coach, Ken Schreiner, let's start there. Again, 8-3. Either one of these coaches has got to be not displeased with the score at halftime. If you're Coach Schreiner, what words of wisdom is he passing along to the Titans?
Well, I think, first of all, he's got to stay positive. It's a very close game. And breaking it down, offensively, guys, we just got to establish that run. We got to do better. We move the ball, then we get behind the sticks, for some reason, whatever. We're 3rd down and 7, we're 3rd down and 8. We just got to stay on track and continue to stick with our game plan. I think that's the first thing they need to do. The second thing is, passing the ball offensively. They've had some open receivers. They just got to be able to connect and convert. Defensively, they're playing well. You look at the stats. Defiance has got 98 yards rushing, only 47 yards passing. They're playing well. They just gave up one big play, and it cost them. They just need to continue to do that and be consistently. As far as Defiance, Coach Cooper, hey, he's got to be pleased. They scored, They got more points, like you said, in a half than what they had the last 2 weeks. They're moving the ball well. They're doing some good things. They're mixing it up inside, outside, defensively. They're really doing a nice job of bringing down an extra person in the box to help stop Ottawa-Glandorf's run. They just got to stay consistent, stay clean, don't turn the ball over, and they should have another good half.
That was going to be my point. 6 turnovers for Defiance in the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
0 in this first half so far. If you're making a point of emphasis for anything, guys, look what happens when we have a clean quarter. Outside of that 15-yard penalty, really everything was very well done, and
it was
honestly on both sides of the football.
Yeah, it was, and as a coach, that's what you expect, that's what you practice, and I guarantee you this week there were some extra drills. We call it the gauntlet drill. You line up all the special guys, you put all the linemen in 2 straight lines, and you run through and you try to knock the ball out. That's how important it is to secure the ball, both running it, passing it, whatever it may be. And so far, that's really helped Defiance, and they got to continue to do that.
Our halftime show tonight is brought to you by Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, celebrating 70 years of helping you achieve your dreams and securing your future. Visit them in Defiance, Bryan, or Napoleon, and online at midwestcommunity.org. As we alluded to before, Ottawa-Glandorf won the opening coin toss. They deferred, so they'll be receiving the football here to start this second half. And in a game like this, again, it's always important to get off to a good start. I quote my good friend Adam Gubernath, how important it is to get off to a good start. But second half in an 8-3 ball game that's been such a juggernaut back and forth, this first drive, for both sides of the football is a huge statement for these football teams.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things that go into it. Are you going to be able to get a good return? Are you going to be able to have good coverage? Are you going to be able to drive the ball? And if you do have to punt, can you pin the other team back? So there's a lot of things that take place in this first drive. Yeah, you want to score, but if you can't score, can you put together a good long drive? The thing that you don't want to do is go 3 and out. Of course, that's what Defiance wants, Ottawa to do. So you're right. This first drive means a lot, and that's why you defer. Can you make this extra possession? That's the whole ordeal. Can you make it count? And we'll see what Ottawa does.
Interesting. I think both of you and I both saw at halftime the OG kickers were out here pretty much the entire half, putting some through the uprights. Obviously, Coach Schreiner thinking that this could come down to a special teams play.
Yeah, what people don't know is Ottawa is notorious for great kickers. They've had kickers go big time, Big Ten. Yeah. They've had some really, really good kickers in the past, and that's what they should be doing. They don't need to go inside and get warm and listen to the offensive coaches. Get out there and kick the ball.
It'll be Metzger on the second half kickoff inside his 15-yard line. He'll go across the field to that far sideline. He's got one man to beat. It's the kicker, and he does across the 50. Joey Robinson able to track him down from behind, but that is a huge return. A penalty marker is down back at the 30-yard line, so we'll see what this one is. But, boy, that was a hefty return for Ethan Metzger.
Yeah, that's the first thing that you do on a big return is you look for the flag, and it looks like Ottawa might get called for holding him. There was a big gap over there, and there might be a reason for that, and that's what it looks like. So
I saw the official going, come on back here. Yep. So that is a huge break for Defiance. How about this? Joey Robinson, he came from clear across the field to try and track him down, made up a little ground on Ethan Metzger.
Great effort.
Great effort by that young man, but it's all for nothing as this ball will come back. It'll be put down at the 21-yard line, and for Coach Schreiner, that's got to be a huge little stumble there for this team.
Yeah, and they got a lot of momentum going on that too, so we'll see if they're able to adjust to it.
So it'll be first down and 10 at the 21-yard line. Negates that big, long return, and it'll be Evers in the backfield. They'll give it to him on first down. He'll run right up the middle, and he will be driven back and into the turf. Joey Robinson. He's not out of breath.
Great defensive scheme by Defiance. They got 7 people in the box, and I tell you what, their linebackers filled, and that's the way you fill. Not only do you secure the tackle, but you drive the opposite way. So very good job for Defiance's defense on first down. This is what they need Ottawa to be, as a second down and 9 or 10 here.
Actually lost they given him a yard.
They gave him a yard. Yeah, I don't know where he got it at, but he got it somewhere.
So it'll be Brinkman in the backfield. This has been the set that they've used when they've thrown, and they will do that here. As Coleman's back to pass, he'll just tuck it down. He's going to run. He's got pressure coming. He's going to heave it back across his body. This will be picked off. That is a dangerous play, and it'll be intercepted by Jordan Wright, who's thrown down at the 47-yard line. No penalty markers there. We talked about this last week. We saw it. Cardinal sins here.
Yep.
Throwing back across his body, late, out in the middle, hung it up there. That's the first turnover of the game.
Doesn't matter who you are. That's one thing that you don't want to do as a quarterback. Yes, some guys get away with it, but more times than not, it's going to come back and bite you, and that's exactly what happened for Ottawa. And Defiance had 2 defenders back deep, so it was just like playing center field. Just get underneath of it, secure the ball, and first down for Defiance Bulldogs.
Well, there's the statement on that opening drive, if there is one. A first turnover of the game will go to Defiance, who has that was one of the keys that Coach Cooper talked about earlier this week. They've got to get a turnover, and here it is to start this third quarter. Defiance will have it first down. A quick flare pass out to the far sideline. It's Wright who just made the interception, makes a man miss at the 47 across midfield into Ottawa-Glandorf territory. A nifty piece of running there by Jordan Wright. Did it defensively, comes back, gets the ball on first down.
You can tell Defiance coaches talked at halftime because they went right to the very first play. What one play was, they were very, very successful in the first half. That's just a zero screen. You get it out there, you get blocking on the perimeter by your receivers, and a big first down gain of 9 yards. Good job by Defiance and talking and communicating with each other.
A gain of 9 indeed. Second down and 1. It'll be Rubio in the backfield.
Maybe they'll take a shot deep here.
Gomez in the backfield. As Wilder comes in motion, they'll give it to Gomez off right tackle. He's got some space out near the 40-yard line. It'll be good enough for a Defiance first down. And just like that, move the chains. A couple of nice plays here to start this drive. And Defiance seems to maybe have found that rhythm that they had 3-4 weeks ago.
Got some nice momentum going. They got Ottawa on their heels. Their defense hasn't been on their heels too much tonight, but now they are. You can tell. What's Defiance going to do? Are they going to throw it? They're going to pass it. Good mixture of pass run by Defiance coaching staff, keeping Ottawa, really, on their toes here.
So it'll be first down at 10 now at the OG 41-yard line. Two backs in the backfield. Wilder and Gomez. And it'll be Wilder right up the middle. He's got space across the 35-30, dragging a defender inside the 25. A tough run there for Anthony Wilder. You mentioned it at halftime. He is running really hard tonight.
He's being very, very physical. And Defiance had a lot of success in the first half with running just a simple trap play, and they came back to it there. So we're starting to see, a rhythm here of plays that they had a lot of success with in the first half. They're going to it right away to establish themselves and to put the ball in the end zone. I really like the philosophy Defiance is doing right now.
So another first down for Defiance now at the 23-yard line. Again, two backs in the backfield with Zipfel. It'll be Gomez and Wilder. And it'll be a fake and then just a little flare out to Gomez. And not much there. Read well by the Ottawa-Glandorf defense. And I'm just trying to get Gomez maybe out in space a little bit. Nothing fancy, but he turned it up, got back to the line of scrimmage at least.
They ran that play in the first half for a big gain, like 7 or 8 yards. Ottawa defended it well, but once again, Defiance has got their plays they've had success with. They got them starred, and they're going to them here. Let's just keep the ball going here, keep Ottawa on their toes.
Do you see a shot at the end zone here pretty soon?
Yeah, sure, why not?
A couple of wide open receivers earlier that just couldn't quite make that connection. Well, they tried here on this drive. It'll be second down and 10 at the 23-yard line. Wilder in the backfield with Brez. Motion will be Wilder to the near sideline. He's got the corner. Makes one man miss at the 20, inside the 15, and inside our red zone. A tackle out of bounds. Wow, no call on that far side, on this near sideline. He definitely got hit and taken down out of bounds, but nonetheless, he's going to gain about 9, I think, right just shy of that first down.
And I think he got 9 yards on his own because Ottawa was waiting for him right at the line of scrimmage. He made a really nice move to free himself down the sideline for a nice pickup. And, you got third down. You got 2 downs. You got 2 downs to get a yard. So right now, Defiance, do what you want. They'll probably try to get the first down, but their playbook is wide open here on third down and less than 1.
Inside our Stanball Jewelers red zone for the first time here in the second half, as it'll be Wilder and Gomez in the backfield again with Brez Zipfel. And they'll hand it off to Gomez. He's going to go right up the middle. He's got room to go. Wilder cleared the space, and he'll go into the end zone. That is a 14-yard touchdown run for Noah Gomez, and Defiance will capitalize on the turnover.
Defiance is making a statement. They came out, and they were going to run the ball, and that's exactly what they've done. They have totally dominated the line of scrimmage this second half. Excellent adjustments, in the locker room to come out and to put some points on the board.
Nicasio Hall on for the point after, and it is good. And Defiance will tack on 7 more. It's a Premier Bank touchdown, 14-yard run for Noah Gomez. The point after is good. 8:01 to go, third quarter. Defiance 15, Ottawa-Glandorf 3. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports. A Premier Bank touchdown for Noah Gomez, 14-yard touchdown run. Defiance 15, Ottawa-Glandorf 3 on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard. In the break, you used the word clean. That drive was very clean. I thought very efficient as well.
Yeah, definitely. They did a lot of good things. Passing the ball, throwing the ball, staying on schedule. Obviously, no turnovers, no penalties. Efficiency, clean. Great drive. Way to finish the drive. Total domination up front. That's what you like to see out of the Bulldogs.
They take advantage of that first turnover, and again, Coach Cooper earlier this week said, we've got to turn these guys over. Not only did they do that, but that came from, I think, really from that pressure from up front, forcing the quarterback to scramble. They get it on the backside, but more importantly, 7 points off of that turnover.
Yeah, and you still got to catch the ball, and they were able to do that. And we all know that defensive backs sometimes.
Ottawa-Glandorf tries a little reverse, and this is going to be blown up, and the ball is on the ground. Defiance is pointing their way. They weren't able to get back on this, and they're going to say the referee comes in and says Ottawa-Glandorf has it. See who comes off the bottom of the pile with it, and Ethan Metzger did, but I tell you what,
caught a break. Ottawa caught a break on that.
That's try that reverse, and if it works, it's great, right? But if it doesn't, things like that can happen in a hurry. There's so many moving pieces when you try to start getting fancy, especially on a special teams play like that.
Yeah, I think Ottawa's trying to gain some momentum right here. They're trying to find ways to gain that momentum and a little trickery trying to get that in. Actually, that plays into Defiance's hands because, more times than not, when you try one of these trick plays, they don't always work, and Defiance has got them backed up, defensively, and I think Ottawa's searching right now.
Sophomore Deegan Miller was slow to get up there. He is up walking. That's the big sophomore wide receiver who was one of the favorite targets of the senior quarterback, so he's going to be walking off. He'll walk off on his own power, which is great to see that young man kind of going over to the sideline, but that's an offensive weapon that will be out at least to play for this Titans offense that'll come onto the field, and they're going to be backed up at their own 18-yard line. They'll have it first down at 10, 7:52 to go here in the third quarter. It'll be their second offensive series, the first one ending on that interception, and we'll see how the OG offense responds here. It'll be Brinkman in the backfield, and this is indicated passing in previous series, but it'll be a handoff on a little end-around jet sweep for Ethan Metzger. It'll be strung out nicely by the Defiance defense. Joey Robinson, Eli Howerton out there to finish off.
Good job by Defiance's defensive end, able to contain that, and very good pursuit by the Bulldogs. And not only did they have multiple players there, but they tackled really well too. So Defiance, I think, has got some mojo going right here on defense.
Second down and 7. They'll give him 3 on that first down carry. It'll be Evers in the backfield again. To the right of Coleman. They'll fake the inside give. He's back to pass. Rolls to his right. He's got pressure. Now he's going to throw back across the middle, and it'll be complete out across the 30-yard line. That'll be hauled in. Looks like Vinny Brinkman, the running back, came over to get that one, and we had a couple of receivers kind of running to this near sideline, and 2 receivers, 1 defender.
Yeah.
Numbers worked for OG in that case.
Yeah, Ottawa went to play action. They snuck their backs out. They pulled the backside guard to help with protection, and that helped. But, he still threw across his body. It's a dangerous throw, and he got away with it there. But good execution, good route by Ottawa-Glandorf on the play action.
So they'll get a first down out across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Evers in the backfield as they'll bring motion tight to the line, and they'll just give it inside to Evers off that left side, and he's going to be strung out. He's got some room to grow now, and he's got Howerton pushing him towards that sideline, and again, they go right back to that same kind of play. They move that little back across the line and let him lead the way.
Yeah, Ottawa's going back to their roots, so to speak, and they took the back in motion, kicked out, and led the backside guard through here. We just call it power kick, and they're just trying to get multiple people at the point of attack, and Defiance kind of struggled, with that at the point of attack. Their secondary did come up and make a nice tackle, but first down for Ottawa-Glandorf Titans.
Evers in the backfield again, 2 receivers to the near sideline, single receiver to the top. On first down and 10 is Coleman will be giving it inside again. This is Evers, same kind of design play off that left side. He's going to fall forward for about 4 yards on first down.
Yeah, like I said, Ottawa's going back to their roots, Not only are they doing the same play over, but they're attacking Defiance's right side, and that's where they had some success the first half. So we'll see if they continue to do that. The ball is on the hash, so they have a little bit less room over there right now.
Give him 4 on first down, so second down and 6. Single back in the backfield again, then they'll just come quickly, a little screen or a little quick hitter to this near sideline. Metzger makes a man miss out across the 45, spin move at the 40. It'll be chopped down inside the 40 at the 38-yard line. Nothing fancy there, but Ethan Metzger shows off his speed and
nice
some of his
move.
athleticism out there. And
originally, I thought, where are you going? He ran into 3 Defiance Bulldogs. Then he said, "Whoa, I don't think I want to go there." And then he went to the outside. But nice athletic ability on that play for that young man.
So Ottawa-Glandorf's offense has something cooking here on their second drive inside the 40 of Defiance, now at the 38-yard line. 2 receivers to the far sideline. That's the wide side of the field. Brinkman in the backfield with Coleman. This has been an indication of throwing, and he's going to go to that left side. Receiver kind of slipped. It was looking for Evers, the running back, and not able to get that one. It almost looked like he slipped coming out of his route.
He did, and I also think that the quarterback on those shorter throws, he's whizzing the ball in there. There's plenty of room, and sometimes you don't need to fire it that hard, especially that wasn't a hole shot or a window shot, so to speak, that they call. He was wide open. Just give him the ball.
So the fall's incomplete, 2nd down and 10. It'll be Evers now in the backfield. Motion with the sniffer back, as Coach Dales calls it, and this will be Evers. He's going left side, patient run. Now he's got some space, and he'll cut it up again across the 35 to the 34-yard line. Nothing fancy.
Same
gain of
play.
5.
Yep, same play. We've seen it now 3 times just on this drive, and Defiance is doing a good job of defending it. And Ottawa's seeing something over there on the right side. Now look for some type of play action to come off of it. But this is where Defiance wants to put Ottawa-Glandorf a 3rd down and 6, because now, the playbook isn't so open. You're going to look probably for some type of pass here.
So 3rd down and 6 at the Defiance 34-yard line. Line to gain is the 28. Single receiver either side, single back in the backfield. And it'll be a give to that left side again for Evers, and it's going to be snuffed out this time by the Defiance defense, and they're going to give him a yard. This will bring up a 4th down and 5. Now, I know you're down 12. Still early, but, this is kind of one of those, that's a long 4th down.
Yeah, Coach Schreiner must have said, hey, guys, I'm going to get 2 downs to get it. Defiance, I think, was thinking the same thing, because they went to man coverage, and they had 8 guys in the box. That's what they needed to do. Good defensive call by Defiance, and here's what they call the money down. They got to stop them on 4th down.
So it's a 4th down and 5 here. 3rd quarter, under 4 minutes to play. 15-3 Defiance on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard. Single back in the backfield, and Coleman will come to pass, and he's got pressure from the backside. He'll be hit and dropped, and then the hammer was laid as Abel Rubio came up and just absolutely planted him. Nowhere to go for Coleman. It'll be a turnover on downs.
You got to love that. Way to come up and make the big hit on the quarterback. Everything was clean. Everything was legal. And when the crowd goes crazy, it was a good play. Nice job by Defiance, the defense, and reacting to the scramble of the quarterback pulling it.
Cohen Stockman was blitzing from that far sideline.
Yep.
Forced Coleman up, and then, again, Abel Rubio saw it, came up, and finished it off. So a turnover on downs. Defiance offense back on the field now, 1st down and 10 at their own 32-yard line. It'll be a single back in the backfield. Check that, 2 backs in the backfield. Second man through will be Wilder, just kind of up the middle here to get things going. He'll gain a couple of yards out across the 35. But, again, nothing fancy, right up the middle.
Yep.
We've seen him attack that spot time and time again.
Just a simple ISO play off tackle, and they got almost 5 yards on that. And this is what we're seeing up here is the line of scrimmage is being moved, and it's being moved 2 and 3 yards the opposite way. That shows that right now Defiance is dominating the offensive line. Coach Cooper has got the lead. Just keep on doing it. Take some time off the clock and just keep grinding it.
Approaching the 3-minute mark, time remaining, 3rd quarter. Gomez in the backfield. Now motion is Walter will come to the near sideline, and it'll be Gomez. Nope, Brez will keep it. Looks a little fake throw. Makes a man miss out across the 40, 45, midfield into Ottawa-Glandorf territory. He doesn't run a ton, but shows off a little athleticism there, but we got a penalty marker. We'll see what's going to happen here. I think this is going to come back. Well, that was a nifty move there by quarterback Brez Ziffel, but
Defiance has been setting that up all night long. It's called the ISO keep. They suck those linebackers in, they suck them in, they run the ISO all night long, and he kept it. He made a really athletic move. It's unfortunate that Defiance was called for holding, but good play call, good timing of the play call. Now Defiance has got to overcome this. A little bit of adversity.
So the penalty happened down the field a little bit, so it'll be 10 yards from the spot. It'll back him up to the 31, second down and 11. Could be worse. It could be second and 20 or, but
it's manageable.
So second down and 11. Wilder in motion, and they'll give it up the middle. This is Gomez with it. He goes across the 40. He's going to be out near the first down marker.
Get it all on one.
I think he's got enough for that first down, and they will move the sticks.
Defiance, like I said, they are controlling the offensive line and defensive line. They are moving Ottawa's defensive line backwards. It looks like they just got a first down.
Second and 11, no problem.
No. I was thinking 2 downs, and you only need 1. We'll take it.
Give credit to that offensive line. They are doing
an excellent job right now.
All their work and then some.
Low pad level, they are winning.
Motioning from Wilder. They'll give it up the middle again. This is Gomez. He's hit at the line. He'll be pushed for a gain of about a yard. Maybe I think they're going to give him 3 all the way out to the 45. Maybe a generous spot there for Gomez, but we'll take it.
Yeah, I think it's, at this time of point that some kudos need to go, to the offensive line. We don't call their name. They don't get the glory. You know how it is. They always do all the dirty work. They're doing a really nice job up there, and they need to continue what they're doing. Kudos to that offensive line right now.
Stephen Hoffman, Jackson Becker, Romeo Valier, Alex Hinojosa, Tyler Doden-Kiesling doing a lot of good things up front, giving their guys space to go. It'll be Wilder with it. Check that. It was Gomez up the middle.
Mm-hmm. Still, they're moving the line of scrimmage. That's what you like to see. And if you're Defiance's coaching staff, you're doing some good things. And when you move the line of scrimmage, it's going to open up the ISO keep. It's going to open up something on the outside like the jet sweep that we saw, earlier in the game. So we'll see what Defiance does here on third down.
Clock spinning near the final minute, third quarter. Defiance again 15-3 lead on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard. Third down and 4. 2 backs in the backfield with Zipfel. Now they're going to shift out. Jordan Wright will go to that far sideline. Now Wilder comes out of the backfield, and all kinds of things happening here. I'm wondering if, we'll get a delay of game. And
that's unfortunate. You don't have the clock, and all year long you have the play clock to help you, and he's supposed to put his hand up. And if your eyes aren't used to doing that like the old days, in the old days you practiced it every day. Now you look at the clock. So that might have been a situation where the clock situation technology kind of hurt Defiance.
So it'll back him up. It'll be third down and 9, and
it's unfortunate.
And give credit to Jerry Beauty. He had guys out here working on that stuff all day today. We were out earlier setting up equipment. They had 2-3 guys out here trying to figure it out. And big third down and 9 here for Defiance as Brez will roll to his right. He gets some space. He's going to tuck it down. He's going to be hit. No, he goes forward, and he'll be out near midfield. He's going to be short of the first down. And, a nice job on the back end there. Ottawa-Glandorf's defensive backs just nowhere for Brez Ziffel to go with that football.
Good decision by that young man. I know they didn't get the first down. He was looking. You could tell he wanted to pull the trigger, but he didn't force it for a turnover. So I think that this week they really, really stressed that in practice, and you just live for another down, and Ottawa's going to have a long ways to go to score a touchdown.
Gomez will stand at his 35-yard line, and this will be a long, low drive kick, and it'll be muffed by Metzger at the 20-yard line. He'll fall on it. And again, they are having all kinds of trouble special teams-wise here in this second half.
Yeah, they are. And I think they feel the pressure of Defiance coming down. And give Defiance's coverage on their punt return. Give them some credit. They're down there. They're in their lanes. There's nowhere to go. And when you see that, you get a little bit of nervous. So kudos there to the special teams, especially the punt return team, or punt team.
So Ottawa-Glandorf will have it 26 6/10 of a second to go in our third quarter. Ball spotted at the 20-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 with a single back. This is Vinny Brinkman in the backfield. They've passed out of this set many times, and they'll just the RPO. Brinkman will take it left side, and he'll be pushed out of bounds near the first down marker. And that was just a little RPO.
Yeah, that came down to a numbers game. Defiance only had 6 guys in the box, and whenever they have 6 guys in the box, usually Ottawa has some pretty good success, and that's exactly what happened. And Defiance has got to get that next defender, that 7th defender, that 8th defender down, make Ottawa, dare them to throw the ball is what they got to do.
Let's see, went out of bounds at the 28-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down and 2. Brinkman again in the backfield to the left of Coleman. And they'll just hand it off up the middle, and he'll dive forward. He's going to have enough for a first down out to the 31-yard line. Gain of 3. So just tough yards there for that young man, but it's enough for a first down.
Yeah, and that's a tough situation, for Defiance. And I did like the Defiance went to a 4-4 stack defense. They brought 2 extra guys in there. And in Ottawa, they did a good job of executing just a simple off-tackle play. But Defiance has got to stop that run and try to keep them in 3rd down and long, because 2nd down and short, Ottawa's probably going to win that battle.
We've got 3 quarters in the books here in week number 10 on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard. Defiance 15, Ottawa-Glandorf 3. Final 12 minutes coming your way next on DCTV Sports.
The Strady Center for the Arts. Entertainment on a whole new level. The Strady Center for the Arts presents a full lineup of culture and entertainment right here in our community. Check out the full lineup and purchase your tickets today at defiancearts.org.
Welcome back to Fred J. Brown Stadium. Josh Bush, Chris Dales with you. It is week number 10 for both of these teams. A win here tonight could lock in a home playoff, should lock in a home playoff game. I mean, you know this probably as good as anybody. There's all kinds of other things that have to happen and could happen, and this could do this and that. It's a points game, it's a numbers game, but a win should have them home here in week 10.
I remember
11, excuse me.
When I was coaching at Defiance, we had to wait to a Saturday evening game with Cleveland West and Cleveland East to determine where we go. It's insane how this all has to shake out, but a win, they should be at home, and that's all that matters.
Of course, Joe Itel and Drew Pasteur didn't exist back then.
No, we had to wait for the phone call.
First down and 10 for Ottawa-Glandorf as they open up the 4th quarter, just to run on this left side, and it's, I believe, Brinkman across the 40-yard line. He's going to be close to another first down, and they just keep going back to that left side, the right side of the defensive line of Defiance, and again, they just keep attacking. They're finding some success out here on this edge.
You're 100% correct, Josh, and they just caved Defiance defensive line in, and that hasn't happened all night long. He didn't get touched for 7 or 8 yards, and once again, Defiance has to get that extra defender in the box to help stop that running game. 2nd
and 1 at the 40-yard line. Single back in the back, and Coleman's going to pass. He's got all kinds of time. He's got a wide-open receiver at the 20, and he gets in behind Jordan Wright this time, and it's complete down that far sideline. Dane Dooling, the senior wide receiver, he's got 13 receptions and over 300 yards coming into the game. And that is a huge completion all the way down into the Stanball Jewelers red zone at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, Ottawa went to what they call just a streak route, a 9 route down the sideline, and I tell you what, that young man threw the ball on a rope. He did not break stride for that on the catch, and they're inside the 20. You'll see if Defiance can stop them here.
So it'll be first down and 10 at the 13-yard line. Single back in the backfield, and it'll be a quarterback keeper for Coleman. He'll go right side, and he's going to fall forward to the 10. Give him about 3 yards, and we haven't seen him run too much, but he came in. He's got over 200 yards rushing on the season and 6 touchdowns, so potentially I guess it maybe runs a little bit more in the red zone. But
yeah, it's right now it's a chess match because Ottawa got another blocker involved here. They had 3 blockers at the point of attack with the quarterback carrying the ball. Defiance went to their 5-2 front, which is a good defense to stop that type of running play.
So it'll be a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. Single back again in the backfield. This time it's Brinkman. He's going to go left side, strung out. He's got some room. He's going to lower his shoulder close down towards the 5-yard line. He'll be hit and dropped at the 6. So it's going to be bring up 3rd down, but 2, maybe a 3 yards to go here on third down.
Ottawa went to a different play there. That's called the outside read play, and the quarterback has the option of pulling it depending upon if they get the corner sealed. And Ottawa was able to get the corner sealed, and it was an easy read, just give it to the back. But look for Ottawa to maybe pull it here on this drive.
So it'll be 3rd and 3 from the 6-yard line. Again, they can get a first down here. Coleman in shotgun formation will give it to to Brinkman, and he's going to check that it's Evers, and he'll go 6 yards for a Premier Bank touchdown, and Ottawa-Glandorf will strike here to cut into the lead.
Yeah, we got ourselves a football game, and Ottawa established the run that drive. They had the big pass play to help them get down to the field, and they just took over down here with some misdirection and just some power football.
So with 9:33 to go in the ball game, Ottawa-Glandorf now cutting the lead to 6. Point after attempt is on the way. Snap is there. Hold is down. Kick is on the way, and the kick is barely over that crossbar, but it's good.
It's good. Doesn't matter what it looks like.
So the point after is good, and on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard, it's now 15-10. The Defiance lead cut to 5. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
And we welcome you back to Fred J. Brown here at Defiance High School. Week number 10, Josh Bush, Chris Dales, and the DCTV Sports crew bringing you Western Buckeye League football here on this gorgeous Friday night. I mean,
for week 10, you can't ask for anything better.
I think outside of, was that week 7 or somewhere in there, we had all the rain and wind. Other than that, it's been a very, very pleasant fall football season.
It has, and that's not always the case here in Northwest Ohio. There's been times where I have been completely dressed up, like one of those fishermen up north in Alaska.
Yeah.
I got 3 and 4 layers of rain gear on, or 3 or 4 layers of sweatshirts, and this has been a great, great fall for high school football.
I did a playoff game one time in Findlay, and it was a Tenora playoff game. The snow was blowing so hard it was going sideways.
Oh, yeah.
I had to turn one way the whole time so I could see, because it was just blowing right in my eyes the whole day.
Yep.
All right, ensuing kickoff here. 9:33 to go. Defiance with a 5-point lead and a long line drive kick. This will be fielded at the 10-yard line. This is Jordan Wright. He's going to come back to the far sideline, cuts it back at the hash, out across the 30, 35. Room to go. Breaks a tackle at the 40. On his feet at the 45. Still moving, and he's going into Ottawa-Glandorf territory. What a great return there for Jordan Wright. I'll tell you what, that young man, interception tonight. He's had a couple big receptions. Return game today, he has been all over the place, and that is a senior that is coming to play here today a junior in Jordan Wright that's coming here to play for this football team.
What you love to see is he's got a motor that does not stop. You love high school football players. He was not going to be taken down. His motor continued to stop. He was making moves. He made something out of nothing, and a lot of great effort by that young man, and you can tell he wants to stay home for week number 11.
We got an injured Ottawa-Glandorf Titan, and we'll keep it here for this, but final 9 minutes here. Short field for Defiance, but I think if anything, after seeing that last drive from the Titan offense, going to be important for Defiance here. Keep it on the ground, keep the chains moving, but they want that clock to spin here and maybe make Coach Schreiner and the Titans get them behind the 8 ball a little bit and feel some of that pressure. It'd be nice to get a score here, but let's burn some time off this clock.
100%, Josh. You nailed it on the head. Defiance wants to do multiple things. 1, keep the ball. 2, move the chains. 3, keep that clock moving. And then obviously they want to go down and get some type of score here to make it maybe a 2-score game.
So first down and 10 at the OG 48. Single back in the backfield is it's Rubio to the right side, and a little toss sweep, and he's got spin move across the 45. It'll be brought down at the 43-yard line, and that's a young man who spent a couple of weeks not playing with some injuries and has come back, and that's a senior member of this football team that contributes on both sides of the football. Good to see him out there contributing in week number 10.
Yeah, most definitely. You don't ever want to see a kid, miss his senior year, but the good thing is, looks like he's coming back strong. He's fresh. He looks really, really strong out there, and he can really help the Bulldogs down here the stretch.
So nice gain there on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 5, and it'll be, again, Rubio off right tackle. He'll be stood up at the line of scrimmage here. They're going to give him maybe a yard to the 42. So a 3rd down and a long 4 coming here for this Defiance offense, but a fairly manageable 3rd down. Clock continues to spin, under 8.5 to go.
This might be the 3rd down of the game right here. If Defiance can convert this, move the chains, and keep the clock going, that's going to play a huge factor. And of course, Ottawa, if they can stop it, they can get the ball back and try to go down and take the lead.
It's going to stack trips to the left side. Now Rubio in motion. They'll give it to Wilder to that far sideline. He's trying to get the edge, and he does at the 40. First down at the 35. Inside the 30, 25. McMahon miss at the 20. Still going at the 15-yard line. A big run for Anthony Wilder. Not only a first down, but all the way down inside our Stanball Jewelers red zone.
That was a tremendous play by that young man. He was stopped at the line of scrimmage. There was an Ottawa-Glandorf defender waiting on him. He made an inside move, made the defender come up. He bursted it to the outside, and down the sideline he went. That play was on that young man. Great job.
So it'll be a 1st down and 10 inside the Stanball Jewelers red zone at the 15-yard line. Clock spinning, 7.5 to rolling in the ball game. It'll be a single back in the backfield. This is Gomez this time as Walter comes in motion from right to left. And it'll be Gomez off left tackle. He cuts it across the 10 and still going inside the 5. I thought he was down, but no, he keeps going. He's going to have a 1st down at the 4-yard line. What a strong run for Noah Gomez.
There was at least a 5 to 7 yard push by Defiance's offensive line on the left side. And he didn't get touched. He didn't get touched for 7 or 8 yards. They continue to do that. They're going to put the ball in the end zone right here.
1st down and goal at the 4-yard line. 7 minutes to go in the ball game. It will be Gomez in the backfield with Brez Zipfel. 2 receivers either side now. Wilder in motion, and they'll give it to Gomez up the middle. He'll be hit at the goal line. He'll push forward, and it's a Premier Bank touchdown. His 2nd of the night. Noah Gomez goes in from 4 yards.
Nice execution by Defiance Bulldogs. Just a simple ISO play, off tackle to answer Ottawa-Glandorf's touchdown, and they totally dominated this series, especially up front. That is the way to respond, and that's a good sign of a good football team and bouncing back from the last 2 weeks.
Nicasio Hall on for the point after. It is right down the middle, and it is good. It's a Premier Bank touchdown for Noah Gomez from 4 yards out. Point after is good. And on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard, Defiance back up by 2 scores, 22-10. We've got more for you after this on DCTV Sports. Welcome back to Fred J. Brown Stadium, week number 10. Josh Bush, Chris Dales with you as Noah Gomez and the Bulldogs answer. And, we were just talking in the break there. You had mentioned a little momentum going for OG on that last touchdown. For Defiance, that was almost a must-have answer for the Defiance that kind of nipped that a little bit and increased that back to a 2-score lead.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed to do, and you can start to see on that drive, the seniors, the leaders, the captains taking over and saying, hey, we got to get out there, we got to execute, we got to get things done, we got to get the ball in the end zone, and that is the way to respond because, now Ottawa's down, 2 scores with only 6 minutes and 50 seconds left. So Defiance did some really, really good things that last drive.
I think more importantly now, too, for Defiance, let's not get too conservative.
Yep.
We've seen what OG can do. They like to run, but we saw what they can do. They've got a quarterback with an arm.
Yep.
They can get down the field relatively quickly. So, again, I think you still want to come after him and put a little pressure on him here.
Yeah, you definitely do. We'll see if they stay zone or stay man.
Evers will have it here as he cuts back to the far sideline. He'll be chopped down across the 20 out near the 24-yard line. So not terrible starting field position for the Titan offense, but we'll see what the Defiance defense does here. And, again, they've been able to, outside of that last drive, have really done a nice job since I think maybe the first series of the football game.
Yeah, they absolutely have, Josh. They've really, really been able to counter what Ottawa-Glandorf is trying to do. And Ottawa doesn't want to throw the ball, so they're in a territory that it's something that's new to them. They don't like to do this.
Brinkman in the backfield with Coleman, and he'll throw on first down. Pressure coming. He's going to throw back to his right. It'll be caught out across the 30. That was hauled in by Deegan Miller, the sophomore wide receiver, and he'll gain about 7 on first down. Another rifle from quarterback Peyton Coleman.
Yeah, and you can tell he's uncomfortable right now because his feet are just moving all over there. He's not able to set and plant and throw. He's just throwing with his arm. So Defiance has got to keep bringing that pressure.
2nd and 3 now at the 31. Single back again in the backfield. And he's going to back to pass again. And he's looking, pressure comes now. He'll throw off his back foot, and this will just go out of bounds. Kind of threw that one away as the pocket started to break down. And nice job that time by the Defiance defensive backfield. Nowhere to go with that football.
Yeah, definitely, Josh. Great coverage on the back end of Defiance. And looks like they were setting in a zone and kept everybody in front of them. And their linebackers did a really nice job of dropping and getting underneath the routes. There was no place for him to throw it. And he made a good decision of throwing it out of bounds. And that's what Defiance needs to do. They seem to keep mixing it up, man, zone, and bringing pressure.
So it'll be 3rd down and 3 for OG. High snap, and they'll just give it in. Nope, excuse me. The quarterback Coleman will just keep it and go forward. He's going to fall back to the original line. This is a 4th down and 3 now, and a decision time here. 5:45 and to go in the ball game. Down by 2 scores. You almost have to go for it.
Yeah, he's going to. Coach Reiner's going to go for it without a doubt. I think he tried to get Defiance spread out and use his quarterback's athletic ability on that. And Defiance did a really good job of staying in their pass rush lanes and holding the ground. And this could be the game right here, 4th down and 4.
Brinkman in the backfield with Coleman on 4th down. A long 3. Motion from that far sideline to the near sideline. He'll take the snap. Back to pass is Coleman trying to set up a screen, and this will be caught. It'll be right about at the first down stake, so it's going to depend on the spot entirely. Nice defense there, and he got hit immediately. That was hauled in by Dane Dooling, and he's still on the ground.
I think he got the wind knocked out. It looks like he landed on his back.
And turf is not exactly forgiving.
Looks like the spot might give him the first down. I thought he was short.
It's going to be right about at the sticks as Coach Schreiner comes over to have a look, and they're going to give him the first down. 22-10, Defiance leading Ottawa-Glandorf on our Marco's Pizza scoreboard. Let's take a quick timeout. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
Simplify your everyday banking with convenient account options and digital banking features that fit your unique lifestyle. Premier Bank, everyday banking solutions designed for you. Explore solutions today at yourpremierbank.com.
Discover top-quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top-quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
5:07 to go in the ball game. Dane Dooling able to get up on his own power and walk off to the sideline. That's obviously a good thing, and good to see that young man, and hopefully he's doing okay over there on the sideline.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to see an injured high school football player.
First down and 10. He was able to hang on to it. This will be intercepted. This will be in and out of the hands of the receiver, and Eli Howerton was right there for it, and it'll be a turnover, the second of the night, and it looked like the receiver, Gage Bellman, was the intended receiver. He slipped on the turf a little bit, in and out of his hands, and that'll be an interception. Howerton with the interception.
This is exactly what Defiance needed. They needed to get the turnovers tonight, and what I really liked about that is they were sitting back in the zone. Yeah, he was open. He was overthrown a little bit, and with them sitting back and keeping Ottawa's offensive receivers in front of them, the ball landed right to their secondary safety, and hopefully this will close out the game for the Defiance Bulldogs. Great patience there. Great discipline on keeping everybody in front of them.
Well, we've got another injured Titan, so we're going to take another timeout here. 22-10. Defiance your leader. 4:47 to go in the ball game. We're back after this on DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
Welcome back. Second turnover of the night for this Defiance defense, and, well, it couldn't come at a better time as they have got a 2-score lead, 4:47 to go in the ball game, and they've got the ball inside OG territory at the 48.
Yeah, great timing, Josh, and Defiance just needs to hang on to the ball, number one. 2, just keep it on the ground and keep that clock going.
First down run will be Wilder. He'll come right side. He's got room to go at the right hash before he's chopped down. Nice open field tackle there by Jordan Shoemaker, the freshman defensive back, coming up to knock Gomez down, but it's going to be a big gain on first down, and that's what you like to see.
That's what we got to do, and Defiance now needs to have their quarterback. He needs to be watching the back judge, and when that hand goes up, 5 seconds, that's when you snap it. Now, every second matters, and hopefully they'll have that open line of communication between the two of them. Let's see if he waits here and takes her down to 5 seconds or less.
It'll be second down and 3 at the OG 41-yard line, and it does look
that's what he's doing there.
Looking for that back judge, and
there we go.
Motion there, and the snap will come. It'll be Gomez with it left side. He's got the first down across the 35. It'll be hit and dropped. Give him a solid gain of about 6 or 7 there. A nice, strong run from Noah Gomez.
Good execution by Defiance. And people don't understand how hard that is because you're used to, the game clocks, and now you're looking at the referee, and he did a really nice job of timing that because there was motion there. That's not easy. So they need to continue to do that, and he'll keep his eyes on the back judge, and Defiance needs to run the ball, take it all the way down.
3:40 and rolling. Final 3.5 minutes as Defiance will break the huddle. They'll come to the line. The arm goes up. Snap comes. It'll be Gomez again up the middle and nowhere to go. He's going to fall forward. But again, the clock continues to spin here. 3:15 and ticking.
He's running hard. All of Defiance running backs are running hard right now. And he was stopped for a no gain, and he just kept the legs going and was able to get a yard or 2 out of that. And also, that keeps the clock moving also. That's another big factor. So I really like Defiance's determination in their running backs.
Under 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Defiance with a 12-point lead and the football. Not in any hurry whatsoever. Wilder will be in the backfield.
Tight bunch might be going outside.
It'll be
that's exactly
Wilder to this near sideline. He'll cut it up at the 30, 25-20. He's chopped down inside the Stanball Jewelers red zone. Another first down for the Bulldogs. And this is getting to the point where it's going to be about icing on the cake here.
good play by Defiance. They used the formation to their advantage. They went tight bunch. When you go tight bunch, usually that means you're going to go outside because you're trying to seal the corner, and Defiance did a really good job of sealing the corner, able to get outside, and he stayed in bounds. That's one thing that you're yelling, stay in bounds, keep that clock going, because sometimes high school kids forget, and, they get out of bounds.
Nearing the 2-minute mark, time remaining in the ball game. First down and 10 at the 19-yard line for Defiance, and
there was some miscommunication there.
And they'll burn a timeout here with 1:57 to go.
It's all right. Get everything set. Get everything right. No miscommunication. No fumbles. This is a timeout that you just make sure, hey, settle everybody down, get all on the same page.
Well, final 2 minutes here. If it stays as it is, Coach, a home playoff game likely in the future for this Defiance squad. And when you talk about regrouping after the last 2 weeks, safe to say that whatever the coaches did this week is kind of stuck with these guys. I think this is a much different looking Defiance team than we saw last Friday night.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, I see more energy out there. I see them executing better. Seems like they were like maybe in a funk, Sometimes you get in that funk, when you get, deeper into the season. But, yeah, you're right. We're seeing a whole different team tonight in a lot of different fashions.
So it'll be first down and 10 again at the 20-yard line. Wilder's in the backfield with Brez Ziffel. Motion from the far sideline. They'll hand it off to Wilder. He'll go back to that far sideline, which is the wide side. He'll try to cut it out. He's going to gain 2 or 3. Clock continues to spin here. 1:50 and rolling.
Yeah, good play by Defiance. They brought the orbit motion to their sideline, and they countered back. And, Defiance is just going to run the ball, and they're safe plays. And not only are they safe plays, is they got multiple people at the point of attack, and that's what you want. And right now, what was your coach saying? Take care of the ball. Take care of the ball. You get into traffic, cover it up, and, if you do that, then Bulldogs are going to get a victory here tonight.
So they'll take their time again, getting to the line. 1:20 to go in the ball game, and I think with the 2-score deficit, Coach Schreiner is saying, I don't know how much more we can do here. They're going to let that clock spin. Toss sweep to this near sideline for Wilder. He's going to cut it back and stay in bounds. Knocked down near the 15-yard line as the clock will spin near the 1-minute mark. So heads-up play. He didn't run out of bounds.
No, you got to love it. And what I mean by that is, coaching staff's all giving the victory sign formation, and whenever you do that, that's a great feeling. So you're going to see victory here, and that's going to be the ball game.
So Defiance will let it spin down under 40. They're going to snap it. Brez Ziffel will kneel on the football, and Defiance has finish this one off. They will more than likely have a playoff game next Friday night right here at Fred J. Brown Stadium. With the win, they improved to 6-4, 6-3 in the Western Buckeye League. Ottawa-Glandorf will fall to 5-5, 5-4 in the Western Buckeye League. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, our post-game show is next.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
Had some soul searching.
Welcome back to Fred J. Brown Stadium. It's a week number 10 victory for the Defiance Bulldogs, and we welcome you to our Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center post-game show. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. For a long life of clear vision, visit Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, your family's vision source. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Let's recap the scoring for you tonight. It opened up after a lengthy first quarter drive. Jesse Rui for OG put in a 33-yard field goal. They took the first lead 3-0 with just under 40 seconds to go in that first quarter. Defiance would answer halfway through the second quarter. Anthony Wilder, that delayed give, went 47 yards. The 2-point conversion, 8-3 Defiance. That's where we were at halftime. Third quarter, Noah Gomez, his first touchdown of the night came from 14 yards. The point after was good. Defiance led 15-3 at the 8:01 mark of the third quarter. And then traded scores in the fourth quarter. Ottawa-Glandorf able to put together a very nice drive. It was capped off by a Grant Evers 6-yard touchdown run. They cut that lead 15-10 with the point after, and Defiance would answer. 6:50 to go in the ball game. Noah Gomez, his second touchdown of the night, came from 4 yards out in the Premier Bank touchdown. Point after was good, and that is our final score, 22-10. Our scoreboards tonight, courtesy of Marco's Pizza, 9 locations in Northwest Ohio. Wishing all area athletes good luck this season. You can order online at marcos.com for takeout or delivery. Let's take a time out on our Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show. We'll come back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
Welcome back to our Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show. Bulldogs winner here tonight, 22-10. With the win, they improved to 6-4, 6-3 in the Western Buckeye League. For Ottawa-Glandorf, they'll fall to 5-5, 5-4 in the Western Buckeye League. And this was, as we thought, going to be a big battle here. It was a 2-score victory, but really this was a back-and-forth game all night. You called it a chess match at one point, who can get more guys in the right spot, and I think they did. I think it was kind of that way the whole night.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Josh. It was. And, you got two really good football teams that were playing tonight. They're in the playoffs, but, as a coach and as a team, you don't look at it that way. You look at winning every single opportunity that you have. And tonight, both teams went out there. They both played hard. They both played very well. And Defiance just executed better. And they did a lot of good things tonight. And things that we didn't see last week, they were over to come. They worked on them during practice this week, and they came out and played a very good, clean game tonight.
Well, 2 turnovers for the Defiance defense here tonight, a pair of interceptions. Coming into this game, the last 2 weeks, they had given up 6 turnovers. So you go from -6 the last 2 weeks to +2 here tonight. That is, if anything, maybe one of the biggest pieces of the puzzle for them here tonight.
Yeah, like I said, the number one thing, the keys to the win tonight is not turning the ball over.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did. And then even adding to that, they were able to get turnovers tonight. And people don't understand in high school football how important that is. You got momentum to change, field changing. It's just critical that you don't turn the ball over, and Defiance didn't do that, and they were able to capitalize, when they were able to get, turnovers from Ottawa-Glandorf, and they responded really well, and you like to see that, especially going into week number 11.
Both coaches alluded to me that this was going to be a very physical slugfest of a game, as the OG Defiance games typically are.
They always are.
And I think the advantage there tonight, you mentioned it a couple times, Defiance, especially on the line, really had a lot of good push. They were very, very physical. I think they won that battle up front.
Yeah, they definitely did. And, going into halftime, I would say that it was pretty even. But without a doubt, the second half, Defiance won the battle of the trenches, both offensively and defensively. And there were a couple plays down there tonight where Defiance running backs didn't even get touched for 7 or 8 yards because their push just was so massive. And, that's determination. That's good. That's just digging down and getting it done. And kudos to Defiance kids for digging down and really getting after it up front.
Well, Coach Schreiner, you know him pretty well. As you mentioned earlier, this is a good, well-coached football team that whoever they end up matched up against in week number 11, they need to be careful because this is a team that could surprise some folks in the postseason.
And Coach Schreiner does a great job. His teams are just fundamentally sound, and you saw that tonight. They tackle well. They're in the right spots, so they're going to be ready. And in the WBL, okay, you go 9 weeks where you got to prepare week in and week out, and it prepares you for the playoffs without a doubt. And I'll never forget one year we beat Van Wert. We throttled Van Wert, 50-some to 12. They ended up going to the state final game and should have won and got beat. They finished 6-4. Same situation as Ottawa. So they can make a long playoff run. One, great coaching staff. Two, like I said, the WBL prepares them for the playoffs.
Let's take another time out on our Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show. When we come back, we'll check some candidates for our player of the game, and we'll wrap things up here from week number 10. It's a Bulldog victory 22-10 over Ottawa-Glandorf. More to come after this on DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
Welcome back to our Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center post-game show as we wrap things up here. Josh Bush, Chris Dales, and we'll look for some candidates for our player of the game. Tonight's player of the game receives a DCTV Sports Player of the Game t-shirt courtesy of BSN Sports as we look for some candidates here. And this might be one of the toughest decisions we've had all season as to who picks. And we've talked about this a little bit, and I don't know that we have 5 shirts, but that offensive line for Defiance, they don't get enough praise.
No.
They're the unsung heroes. We're going to talk about how good the running backs were in just a minute, but they've got to have room to run, and it starts with those guys up front.
Yeah, those guys need to get some loving tonight, okay? And I guess I'm one of those guys to do that with playing 4 years of college ball. I was an offensive lineman, and I know that they don't get much love. And tonight they need to get some loving because, especially in the second half, they took over, and they dominated. There was holes, there was movement. So kudos to Defiance's offensive line, and they're the reason why they were able to control the line of scrimmage. They were able to control the clock. They were able to move the chains. They were able to get first downs and protect the quarterback when they did need to throw. They did an outstanding job tonight, the guys up front.
Stephen Hoffman, Jackson Becker, Romeo Vallier, Alex Hinojosa, Tyler Doden-Kiesling did some really, really big work up there. I thought Brez Ziffel played a very smart game here tonight. We saw some mistakes in the last couple of weeks. Very, very clean, very, very good, solid decision-making tonight for that young man.
And I'm sure that Defiance coaching staff sat down with him, and you don't necessarily need to do this on the field. Just sit down and watch film, okay? Hey, Brez, okay, well, come on, man, okay? In that situation, just throw it away. Live for another down. Don't force it. We don't need to do that. It's all about decision-making. You make good decisions, our offense goes. You make bad decisions, our offense doesn't go. Hey, we got good running backs. We got great receivers. We'll find ways to give them the ball, but we got to have the ball. And that's exactly what he did tonight. And he bounced back. That's not easy. After, having those interceptions last week, as a quarterback, got to forget about it, move on to the next week, learn from your mistakes, and he did that, and kudos to him. Like I said, he bounced back and he had a really good, solid, fundamental game.
Well, let's talk about some skill guys here tonight. Anthony Wilder, Noah Gomez, Abel Rubio, all ran the ball exceptionally well. And you pointed this out multiple times. They ran with some kind of passion. I mean, there was something there. Those guys, I mean, it didn't matter who was hitting them. They were making them pay for it.
Yeah, their legs were turning. Many, many times they were stopped at the line of scrimmage or they were stopped on first contact, and they got 2 or 3 yards more. And that adds up over the night. You might only see 1 or 2 yards on this play, but as the night goes, that could add up to 2 or 3 first downs. And that adds up to more time off the clock, adds up to a score. So those guys all ran hard, and kudos to them. I don't know if they were eating Skittles or what it was, but, something got into those guys tonight, and they need to continue to do that. If they continue to play up front like they did and then run the ball, make good, smart decisions, they could do well in the playoffs.
Jordan Wright, I thought, had a really good game here tonight. He had that interception in the first half.
He did.
Caught some balls out there. The return game, he made a couple of really, really solid plays. Again, we talk about when you got guys like Anthony Wilder, like Noah Gomez, maybe some defense start to key on him. You got to have another guy that's going to step in there. I thought Jordan Wright did a nice job tonight of being an extra guy to contribute to this team.
Yeah, and what people don't understand is these guys are doing a lot. Yeah, they're playing offense. Yeah, they're playing defense, but they're also playing special teams. Their plates are very full, and for them to execute at the level they did tonight, kudos to them being mentally focused and mentally ready to go. And those guys they're some tough nuts. They play hard. Their motors never stop. And I might have mentioned that to you earlier. You love a football player that their motor never stops. You have so much respect for them and what they're trying to do, and that gets contagious. Kids see that like, then everybody starts doing it, and then it starts rolling, and that's what you saw tonight.
Well, I think we mentioned this. This might be the toughest decision we've had all season. Yeah. I'm going to let it up to you, Coach. Not to put pressure on you, but, I think you give it to one of about a dozen guys here tonight, but we got to pick one. So
I'm going to go with Anthony Wilder just because of everything that he did tonight, offensively, defensively. Special teams, kickoff. Yep. He made some big plays. Out there, he's all over the field. I like his toughness, and yeah, you're right. 5, 6, 7 guys deserve it, but to me, he just stood out a little bit more tonight. And kudos to that young man. He played really hard, and I guess as an old offensive lineman, you like those type of kids. You have a little bit more passion, a little bit more. Hey, all right, we don't get any credit. We hit every play, And I see you out there taking a punishment and driving those legs, trying to get that extra yard. As an offensive lineman, you appreciate that.
Anthony Wilder, our player of the game tonight. He'll get a DCTV Sports Player of the Game T-shirt, courtesy of BSN Sports, the official apparel provider of DCTV Sports. I think another thing about this is when I talked to Coach Cooper earlier this week, he said we've got to reset a little bit. We've got to figure out.
You do.
And you look to those seniors, and this is a big senior class that, again, for Coach Cooper, his first class when he came in here as a coach 4 years ago. So it's a special class to him. But challenge them. I think they stepped up here tonight and said, hey, listen, the last 2 weeks, let's put it behind us. Let's start over again right now.
Yeah, and I think you might even touched on it, I think you talked to Coach Cooper, earlier in the week where it just might be a thing where you get your seniors, you get your captains in a room, you sit down, you hash it out, we're all in this together. What do we need to do? What are the little things that we need to do to get this thing turned around? Because you and I both know we're better than this. We can play better than this. But I need you guys to lead. I need us to all be on the same page. And hey, we got to. Football's a grind. People don't realize it. It's a grind for the players. It's a grind for the coaches. It's a grind for the cheerleaders. It's a grind for the band. It is.
It's a long 10 weeks.
It really, really is. And people don't understand that. And sometimes you just got to get in that room, hash it out. Sometimes some things are said that you don't want to hear, but it needs to be said.
Yep,
by the coach, by the players, whatever it may be. Get it out on the table. And the most important thing is let's respond. Hey, yeah, you're right. All right, let's put our ego to the side. Let's come together as a team. Let's go out and do the things that we're coached to do. Let's get it done, and let's get a victory, and more importantly, let's get a home playoff game.
Well, let's take our final time out on our Brunswick Eye and Contacts Lens Center postgame show. We'll wrap it up when we come back here on DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
Welcome back to our Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show. Week 10 victory for Defiance, 22-10, as we welcome in head coach Travis Cooper. And, well, Coach, you're smiling a little more than you were a couple days ago when I saw you. And this is a nice win here for this team.
Yeah, it's been a rough 2 weeks for all of us. I think we all feel like we've kind of underperformed these last few weeks. And it's been kind of a gut check time for all of us. And I thought that this week, we spent a lot more time just kind of blocking out the outside noise. We did kind of aired our grievances in the locker room or between our players. We did, a little bit of team building things just to kind of get rid of the other outside noise. And I thought our practice was one of the best weeks of practice we've had, and it showed tonight. I mean, it was a complete team effort. I just can't be more proud of our seniors to earn another home playoff game. I was an assistant the last time that happened, and so it's kind of a full circle moment for me. And I know our guys, I could tell in the locker room they weren't going to be denied tonight. It was a different look that I saw on them versus the last 2 weeks, and they wanted to win this one.
Some seniors that really stepped up here tonight. The running game was, I thought, really solid. Coach Dales said this is maybe some of the most passionate, hard-nosed running he's seen out of some guys in a long time.
And it was great to have the 1-2 punch of Abel and Noah back there. Abel's been banged up, so we've been really trying to save him, but we kind of unleashed both those guys, and being able to keep a fresh guy in there and then sprinkling in Anthony, who is just electric. It was great. And even Brez had some good runs there, some good yardage. One got called back on a flag. But it starts up front with our line, because Coach Schreiner, he's a line guy, and they're technicians. And so they do things the right way. And so for our guys to be able to control the line of scrimmage, just is a testament to our guys.
Coach Cooper, Josh asked me about the keys to the game, okay, and the first thing that came to me was, the turnover situation, the last couple of weeks, and especially last week, and I said, if you guys can, take care of the ball, you guys are going to be in a good situation. You just want to talk about, what you've done this week to, talk to the guys in practice about how important that is, and, what you're doing to stress that, and, hey, guys, we're our own worst enemy.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see that, and, if we take care of the ball, your offense can click and your offense can score versus anybody. You just want to allude to that a little bit?
Yeah, it was kind of a, with ball security, we do some ball security things. But, as the season goes on, I think some of that attention to detail starts to wane a little bit. And so, we had to kind of go back to the basics. Yeah. We had to go back to the basics. Drill. Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
Yep. And then also with Abel sprinkling in at running back, that kind of lit a little fire under Noah. Because Noah was used to being the guys out there every down. And so they push each other. And then Breslin, we kind of simplified some things in the passing game in terms of his reads and kind of reduced that down a little bit.
You could see that.
We sat and talked, what are you most confident in? And we just went more of a base, bare bones type of a scheme this week, an attack
coaching.
plan.
That's good.
And I thought our kids just relished that simplicity.
Yeah, very good.
For this senior class, when we talked earlier, this is your first class when you came in to get a home playoff game. What does that mean for you, for this team, for this community?
Well, it sure beats a 2-hour and 40-minute bus ride, that's for sure.
Yeah. You don't want to go back to Bay Village or wherever we would have ended up?
No, not at all. It's great, and I hope that we can get a packed house here. Playoff football is so special, and to get a home playoff game is rare. It's not as it's a little bit more common now with the expansion in the playoffs, but there's nothing like playing a playoff game at home, and so we're really excited about that. And this weather's been great too, so if it can hold up too, that'll be nice.
Well, Coach, thank you for the time. We'll let you go.
Thanks,
celebrate with guys.
Thank you, guys.
Head coach Travis Cooper and the Bulldogs successful tonight here, 22-10 is the final score. Chris.